Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's the first day of February. Some fucking how. I don't know how that makes sense, but here we are. February 2026. And I have a question for you too. Okay? I'm gonna ask you a question as a friend. All right?
Oh God. Oh God.
Yesterday, within less than 2 hours of meeting me, I got clocked by someone as a weeb. And I need to know, what do I give off that allows for this to occur? Cohh's mic's muted. We'll fix it.
Are you familiar with the term aura?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I just have a weeb aura. Is that
over? You know, it's the last few years, particularly, your aura has taken on a definite sheen of weeb.
Were you in your HoloLive cosplay?
No, not yesterday.
Question.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was not.
That would have made a lot of sense.
I was not.
I was gonna say that's a dead giveaway right there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I keep that secret. Thanks for outing me on that one.
Oh no. Okay. Give me the situation. Like, what happened? Like no one just clocks a weeb unless they're in cosplay or at, like, you know.
No, it was not. There was nothing to clock me as. It was literally
okay.
I had known this person for no more than 2 hours, and they were like, "Oh, you're a weeb."
Okay, I was gonna ask. So that's what it was. Was it like a realization, like, "Oh, you are a weeb"? Like, what happened right before that?
Well, it was kind of like.
Did you woo again?
No, I didn't. The slander was. It wasn't like, "Oh, you're a weeb." It wasn't like you said a realization. They just came across and they're like, "You fucking weeb." That it was like a, you know, what's it called when you use a pejorative? Is that what that's called? Is that
yeah?
It was like a pejorative tossed my way, and all we were doing was just playing games that had nothing to do with any anime. They were just like, you fucking weeb, in a, you know, parenthesis pejorative.
Damn. Yeah. I'm really sorry, man. As your friend, I'm
sorry.
No,
like it really shook me to my core. Like, I haven't slept. I went and took 2 or 3 showers. I tried to, like, is this like a thing I can get rid of?
Why are you trying to deny it though?
I'm not trying to deny it. I think
he's moved through that.
Why are you washing it off?
It's like, you know, it's such a loaded thing, you know? Cause like, it's just loaded. All right.
Okay.
There's just a lot that comes with that.
Was this in person?
No. And that's the other thing. They had not even seen me. Yeah. They don't even know what I look like at this point. I was just speaking to them after meeting them for the first time.
I wonder if
games.
You've gotten to the point where you were like interacting with this person, didn't even realize you were like throwing out One Piece quotes and, like, you know, doing like, has it gotten to the point where you're such a
wait, I think I know what happened. I used the phrase in an ironic way. That's my Oshi.
There you go.
Fuck. Wow.
That's
yeah.
it. That's it.
There
Dude.
it is.
You basically labeled yourself. You like.
But I used it ironically.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know of it. See, I don't even know what that means, dude. Because I'm not a weeb.
Dude.
I have no clue what that means because we're not weeb. We don't speak weeb. So here's the thing. That guy also added himself. So now you know he's a weeb too. So I mean, there's at least, you know, you got a weebdar going on here. That's good.
Oh, I could have fired back. You're the fucking weeb because you know what that means. Oh. Okay. All right.
So, food for thought. Food for thought.
Yeah. No, see, this is why I bring it up. You know?
Food for thought.
I bring it up
what does that mean? That's my Oshi, because I looked it up and I'm still not getting it.
OSHI. It means like
right.
that's my that's my goat. It's another way of saying like that's my goat.
What anime is that from?
Okay.
It's not I don't think it's from an anime. The reason I used it ironically, I don't know the full definition of it, but I know a lot of VTuber fans when they talk about their favorite VTuber, they will say, "That's my Oshi," as in that's like
The one I like most.
the one I like the most. Yeah,
My favorite. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
I used it ironically by, I think I said I was talking about a League of Legends character or something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my
Okay.
Oshi." And then
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the dead giveaway right there. Because I was trying to close my eyes and listen to your voice and see if and I could hear it a little bit. I could hear like a little bit of otaku in your voice, I suppose.
What does that mean? Hold on, we got to unpack that.
You know what, Zeke? Now that you mention it, there's like a very otaku timber in there, isn't there?
What does that mean?
Yeah. No, you wouldn't know. You're a weeb.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, it's again, as a weeb, you wouldn't really understand what me and Zeke are talking about.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think that's a pejorative. I think that's is being used against me. I came to you two in good faith.
Depends on how you say it. No, it's like saying weeb, saying otaku, saying like a lot of these things, saying nerd, like that kind of stuff. It depends on how you say it. It's like what up, nerds? Like my fellow nerds, how you doing? Like that's fine, but you say like you're such a nerd. Like that's mean. That's pejorative. Like, you don't want to say it like that. Also pejorative. You just love that word. I had to look it up to make sure I knew what it meant.
Well, no, it's very apt in this situation. It's my word of the day. Okay, you figured it.
That's spelled APT, Zeke.
Yeah,
you do that a lot, JP. Like
I get words that enter my brain, and then they just constantly keep coming up. Yeah.
Several drop frames. Like you'll say like one word, and it'll be like the word of the day that you say like 5 or 6 times.
That's why I don't read, because I would just be fucking exhausting to talk to. If I learned big words, I would never shut up.
That's true.
I would just use the big words all the time, and it would suck. I would be a bad person to be around nonstop.
Oh God, what was that movie with like it was not the Invisible Man or something like that, but it had Captain America in it, Billy Bob Thornton. It had Ryan Gosling, and he was like a ex-military or ex like government asset murderer thing. He was like come on, somebody help me with this. The Gray Man. There you go. The Gray Man. Have you seen The Gray Man?
I never saw that. No.
It's actually a pretty decent little action spy thriller movie.
Okay.
Well, maybe not spy, but Billy Bob Thornton is talking to Captain America, and he goes like, his aptitude for blah blah is preternatural, and Captain America punches him in the face, and he goes, "Don't use preternatural. That's an asshole word."
Oh.
And that's what I want to do to you sometimes. I'm like,
that's
an asshole word.
I remember one that really grinded your gears, because I say it a lot now. Zeitgeist. I said zeitgeist on the show. And you're
the
like,
zeitgeist.
What the fuck is the zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist?
Yeah. You thought it was like a poltergeist or a ghost or something. I remember.
Yeah. No,
Which,
it's Chris Evans, not actually Captain America.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Was that like a Netflix show? Was that like one of those?
I think
Netflix
it might have been a
movies?
Netflix like original, maybe. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's actually worth a watch. I've watched it a few times through. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, Ryan Gosling is great, and seeing Chris Evans as a bad guy and a sociopath bad guy is.
He's a pretty good bad guy. Yeah, he was good.
He does a great guy. He great job.
Scott Pilgrim. When he's in Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, good show.
Oh,
yep. Anyways, that's our loop back to video games. Scott Pilgrim, it's a video game movie, and they've made games out of it, and now we're talking about games. Welcome to Drop Frames. It's February 1st.
This is a video game show, by the way.
We do. This is a video game show. We in a non-pejorative way of saying, that. I mean that in like the celebration of the show. It's really
JP's love of video games is almost preternatural.
Yes. Yeah.
Really challenging the zeitgeist here, guys.
That's right. We're setting the zeitgeist of this show. That's right. Man, it feels like the past week has been a bad one for video games.
Hey, the Nioh 3 demo was great.
The Nioh 3 was kind of the shining star. I think Cairn, or however you fucking say it.
Cairn.
I like saying Cairn because it's funny. That's also another beaming light up there. But yeah, the past 24 hours specifically were just kind of crazy. Highguard came out. Jeff Stradamus was wrong about that one? Question
Oh,
mark?
Jeff Keighley.
Stradamus.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
an interesting situation there.
Do we want to
I
start
think,
there? Do we want to start
Yeah, we
Highguard?
can start with Highguard.
Let's start
Absolutely.
Highguard. Yeah, we both played
How
it.
are you guys feeling about it? Yeah.
Yeah. I Zeke, did you touch it at all? Or were you just watching? Okay.
I didn't even watch it.
Really?
It's not a game for me. It's a PvP game. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, someone in chat, I should have started with this. Rami was scheduled to be here today. Unfortunately, he got stuck doing it. Basically, he was going to be running from one schedule to another schedule, and the first schedule ran a little bit long. And I think that's a contractual thing that he's doing. And this is, a friend's actual.
This is fun with friends.
Yeah. So we'll probably get him in here next week. But yeah, he's all good. He's just tied up at the moment. Busy. Let's not say tied up. People might take that, a different way.
Pejoratively. Am I using that right?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. Might go, maybe Robbie's into that. I'm not going to call him out on that. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to make it weird. Highguard.
Already did. Yeah.
Let's talk about Highguard.
Okay. So Highguard. Let's talk about Highguard. So Highguard released. Jeff definitely hyped it up. And here's kind of where we are with Highguard. I have a whole video on this. So please don't take one sentence that I say for the next 30 seconds and make a clip out of that.
Or do and spread
It's already
the
happened.
show.
It's already happened like 30 times. Oh, well, that's fine too. No, so basically, like Highguard is right now raid. That is the game mode. And Highguard came out to a whole lot of hype because Jeff Keighley said he played it for a few hours with some other streamers. They all had a lot of fun. Then he was really thinking everyone was going to as well. So Highguard came out, and two important things happened that led to the insane discrepancy we saw between Jeff and what actually happened. Two important things. First of all, Jeff and his team were probably playing on great computers. This game has massive performance issues. So immediately, off the bat,
I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, there were major performance issues for a lot of people, and that was driving a lot of folks pretty crazy. And then the second part, and I think this is the one that probably I don't want to say that Jeff was fooled because he wasn't, but he was in an environment that was not the release environment. And what I mean by that is the game mode raid in this game is not a complex, it's not a deep mode. It's a collection of mechanics from other popular game modes that are done sequentially in phases that is basically a take on attack and defend. So if you know the attack and defend game mode, you each have a base, you're trying to kill the other person's base while defending yours. And it's got flavors of capture the flag with the shield breaker. It's got flavors of old school Counter-Strike, bomb defusal. It's got a lot of different things in there. It's also
pretty complicated, I would say.
It's not complicated for people that have played these games a bunch. And the thing is when you do have something like this, it is really important the player knows exactly what they're doing at the time, like what phase they're in, what's the next phase. Like you kind of need to have some idea about what's going on, not only at the moment, but also in kind of the larger picture, because there is strategy to it. And if you don't know what the game mode is, you can't really strategize. You just shoot at the other person and hope for the best. So the reason I'm getting into all this is the game mode is not super straightforward, we'll say. It's a little more complex than the general population is used to.
Yes.
So when Jeff and his guys were playing, not only did everyone probably know exactly what they were doing, but they also had probably played it a few times before, and they had the devs right there to answer any questions they had. So they had a very different environment to enjoy this game than I think most of the public did. And I think that's where we kind of saw the big discrepancy, because here's the thing. This game has elements that are pretty damn fun. Like I loved having the shield breaker and running from enemies. That felt like old school Tribes. Like when the combat was hard and heavy, that was pretty fun. The looting and stuff, while you're looting and engaging the other team, that part was pretty cool. The game was decently fun. But I think And what's interesting is when I played the first round of this game, I zoned in with 2 completely public people, both of them using their mics. And it was so interesting to hear them asking each other, what the hell do we do now? Where do we go? What's going on? What are we doing? And they were talking the entire match to each other. And I'm just sitting here because my mic didn't work, like listening and like trying to follow along. So, but it was so crazy that our first match was basically like a perfect snapshot of what, because they were both public. They weren't queued up as a team. So it was a perfect snapshot of like what the first round for most players looked like. And I tell you, it was just a stream of questions. And at the end of them, both of them were like, this is kind of fun, but I didn't really know what was going on, you know? And they were like, thanks for the help. Like, I don't know what I would have done if the other person wasn't here talking along with me. Like it was, so I think that's what a lot of people went through. I think a lot of people downloaded the game. They played Raid a couple times. They were like, this is kind of cool, but I don't really know what's going on. I'm kind of confused a little bit. And don't get me wrong. There is a like, if you come in with 3 people, if you come in with your head in the game, you can pick up on the game mode pretty quick. It's not super deep. It's not super complex, especially to people who have done similar modes in the past. But for like the general population, for the amount of hype the project was given, for the fact that it's a free-to-play game that probably relies on its numbers, it seems like this game did not release properly. It feels like, in my opinion, it feels like there should have been a public beta. It should have been like, also the fact that it's 3v3 on these large maps, like a lot of times you wouldn't see a player for a good amount of time, especially if you weren't like always using your mount, which you kind of got to get in the habit of doing in the game. It's got all these little things working against it that could have been spun and done in a way where it would have been like a community building event, kind of putting everything in that would have brought more players in. But instead they released with like raid only, 3v3 only. It chased a huge amount of players away the first day in a situation when you just need those numbers. And yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. So credit to the devs. They've already added a 5v5 mode. So like in the short amount of time it's been out, they already have a testing for a 5v5 mode. I have suggested putting in a CTF mode, like a basic ass CTF mode. I think that would fit great in this environment. But you know what? I'll be honest. The general public is like, no. I mean, basically the general public, when I put up that suggestion, has been pretty much split down the middle. This guy only plays single player RPGs. He has no idea what he's talking about. The game mode's fine. That's one of them. Okay. And the other half, the other vocal half is, why are you even trying to save this already dead game? So it's like, there's very little middle ground. There's like a lot of people that are like, no, the raid mode's fine. Don't tell them to change it. It's perfect. Just gamers need to get good, essentially. And the other half is just like, why are you even bother trying to resuscitate this dead thing? So I don't know, man. I don't want to see this game fail. I think there is a foundation they could build on. If they get the tech issues under control and they make some modes that maybe not even make modes. Maybe they could keep it raid exactly how it is. Just give the player a better feedback in what's going on. Like maybe some part of the UI that's constantly tracking the exact phase you're in and tells you what's coming up next. Just some way for newer players to become more engaged with the loop. Because I feel like so many people just bounced right off the loop and something there is missing. Better feedback or anyway, I've talked enough.
Well, you were kind of, I didn't want to interrupt you because you were kind of on a roll in terms of how you were presenting it and whatnot. Cause there were so many things I wanted to interject on. Zeke, it seems like you still have something on your face that you want to say. So let's go ahead.
Isn't that obvious?
Yeah.
No, it's a more general thing. Like this game is the latest, but I kind of hate the trend that I feel like people want games to fail, and I don't. Like I don't want fucking games to fail, man. I want games to succeed. I want them to do well. I really do. Like I want talented people to, you know, because obviously this game had like care and you know care and effort put into it,
right?
And I hate the trend of like, oh, we're gonna trash this game. Like, oh, check out this overwhelmingly negative. We did it. Like, what did you do? You're the fucking assholes. All you did.
Definitely, yeah. Like there definitely is a sense of that. This game launched within an hour. It was incredibly, you know, Steam brigaded potentially, but also a lot of those reviews were like kind of factual and poignant, and and there was truth in what they were saying, but maybe people put like too much weight into the idea of what's the overall Steam review score, right? Like that, maybe that's taken up too much weight in the public eye, I guess these days. There's a lot of things. I think that's a whole different can of worms when you really talk about like how the public approaches a game like this, specifically because like Jeff was behind it and because of everything that happened with Concord, right? Like calling something a Concord that means something these days.
And I'm not saying the game didn't deserve it. I'm not saying that. I mean, I can look at the concurrent players right now, and it went from the day one to like from 90,000 to like 9,000 or like 10. It's right around 10,000 right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you don't have to revel in it. Like, there's so many people like reveling in a failure, and I think that I hate the mean-spirited nature of that.
That's really kind of just like internet culture, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I completely agree, and there's so much erroneous thinking that can sometimes be attributed to it because there's this overarching kind of fight between like indie and corpo, right? And that has made it so a lot of people have been like rooting for indie, and anything that looks corpo or played out, you know, that's the enemy. That only doesn't become that's something they don't want to play. That becomes something that is, you know, ruining their indies kind of thing. Like they're fighting for their side kind of thing. They feel defensive about it.
Right.
But I mean, there's also like, there's so many different things at play with something like Highguard because, you know, you have, there's so many different reasons to feel passionate about it. Like I know for a fact, there's some people that are so angry that Highguard is not doing more to differentiate. They're like, we are tired of this same stuff. Why is this the same thing that's happening over and over? It's because these games are basically, you know, 80% the same over and over. So, you know, there's, and that honestly is very valid. But at the same time, you know, I think a lot of people lose focus and they're able to sometimes not super properly disassociate the project from the people. And they forget that, you know, there's so many actual humans behind these that in some cases need these to succeed to support their families and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, even if you don't like it, even if you don't want that type of game to do well, there's not really many good reasons to want it to fail. If you really trace back your thinking, like there's not really a lot of good reasons for that at all. And honestly, if you follow it back far enough, there's actually a really good chance that some of these big projects failing could be bad for the industry as a whole, which could mean that you're literally rooting in some cases for your own destruction. And you're not even like thinking about that fact in doing so.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. Yeah.
Okay. I want to go back and kind of,
and for the record, by the way, just, I'm sorry, last thing I'm going to say,
no,
and this goes
ahead.
back to it. Somebody says you mess up, you pay the price. Going to what Zeke said, we're not saying these games shouldn't fail. It's one, but some of the stuff they're coming out with, the way they're rooting for them, the way that they're like, it's just a joy. It's like you've completely lost the plot and you're just hating to hate.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I don't want to get like too lovey-dovey, but like if you like that statement,
there's
is
people
just
hating on it.
Fucking weird.
Don't even play games. Yeah. Like it's yeah.
Like, that's just such a weird statement that you just read. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
No. To be, again, both sides.
Yeah.
They're saying we're just going to keep getting the same shit if stuff doesn't crash and burn hard. And that is a valid way to do it. It's just, again, there's always a little nuance here. Like it's all about a little bit of nuance. We're in that nuance zone right now. We're talking about the nuance zone. So, you know, I too have wanted games to not do well. I've not wanted the devs to fail, but I've wanted them not to do well. So, you know, like we've all talked about stuff like that happening.
Yeah.
You know, games with egregious microtransactions and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's a difference there. There's a difference.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to remember everything that you said that I wanted to bring up.
Yep.
I think even outside of the game, one thing that you mentioned was the like Jeff backing the game. I should say Jeff using the game in the way that he did in his show is kind of the last big thing, and you know the hype around it. And I found myself talking a lot about like, man, did Jeff kind of like set these guys up for failure in a sense, but also at the same time, if you're the devs of the game and someone comes to you and says like, hey, do you want to be the last game at the biggest game reveal show of the year, and we're not going to charge you money, you kind of would be a fool to say no to that. but at the same time, then the CEO comes out and he's like, yeah, we weren't really expecting like the bad reception that we got. That was one of the things that he said after the fact. And that's also hard, right? Because clearly someone along the way had to be like, guys, this is kind of you're doing a lot here. Right? Like this game's, there's a lot going on. And I knew that within 30 minutes of playing it. Like, it's a bad game for, it's not a bad game.
It's not the easiest game for the public to get into. This is not an Arc Raiders competitor. This is not a Marvel Rivals.
There's so much going on.
This is a deadlock. This is a game that is for a more niche audience of I'm going to say it just to toot for a higher level of PvP competitor.
I thought, yes, you said it a nice way. I said bad players are going to not like this game. Like bad video game players are not going to like this game.
This is, you look at the comments of the people. Like I have a bunch of TikToks up, the Reddit's all on fire. You look at the comments from the people that like this game, and 90% of the time, these are people that are like they seem like they have tons of hours in other games. This is another one of their thing. They just came from Deadlock. You know, they know exactly what they're getting into.
Yes.
The problem is this game is not great if you don't know exactly what you're getting into, especially if you're not a great gamer or even a good gamer. Yeah.
And I saw my enjoyment in the game. The first 2 hours, I was kind of just like, I don't know, like this is kind of rough. And then,
this isn't a MOBA. No.
And then as more people actively playing the game started to understand, including myself, what was like happening and how the game functioned, I started actually having a lot more fun towards the end of that because everyone was kind of on the same wavelength in terms of what we need to do in each section and yada, yada, yada. I do think there are just some like straight up oddities in the flow of the game. One being like when you first spawn, you run around and like reinforce your base, right? Which if you've played Rainbow Six, it's very much the same thing. You walk up to a wall and reinforce the wall. What does that actually mean? It means that when you go to shoot a wall with a rocket launcher, it takes more than one rocket to blow up that wall. And so that's like 2 minutes right out of the gate. And so you're like, here's first 2 minutes. We're going to put a bunch of walls. Great. Then the doors open and you're thrust out into this giant open area with really nothing apart from looting and 3 other players, the enemies, somewhere on the map. And then eventually you're thrust into conflict by this like sword in the center. And that's typically where the shield breaker, which breaks your shield in the base. And that's typically where like the first conflict occurs. And when I first played it, that conflict wasn't really there because it was like one fight and then the people that had the shield breaker would go and, push down the base. As the time went forward in the day and people started to understand it, it was actually like kind of back and forth because if your shield breaker guy dies and they pick it up and start running towards your base, you can then recall to your base instead of chasing them. So then you get in front of it and then you can fight them before they like place it down. And so there's like this constant push and pull in this mode that I don't think really happened until 3 or 4 hours of the game actually being out there because people didn't know what the fuck was going on. And so like the more I started to experience that and like really figure out what was happening and how they were going to handle all that and got to experience the gameplay as it were, I was kind of in the camp of like, yeah, this game's really not doing anything that's great. It's just kind of boring.
I was just going to ask, like, as far as like when you started to feel like you were getting it, did the wins feel satisfying and the losses feel disappointing, or were you just like, I don't care?
We had a couple of games, I would say probably 2 or 3 games that were like pretty competitive. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe we won that. Or, oh man, I can't believe we lost that. But you're not going to experience that until all 6 players, and I guess now all 10 players, because they've added 5v5, which is a whole nother thing, really understand that loop. And so going back to the whole thing that I started off with, like Jeff kind of hyping this game up and being in the game awards, I don't know how I feel about that because it almost set them up for failure in a way. like having that many eyes on it. I think a lot of people compared this to Apex, and I think they even did that. And how they wanted to reveal the game originally was launch it kind of day of reveal and put it out there, and it was going to be like the Apex launch was 2 or 3 years back. However, don't say that was 5 years ago. Very recently, the Apex Legends launch. But I don't even know if that would have worked. I feel like it would have, instead of the giant drop off, it would have just been like kind of a, maybe a more median thing of like 10 to 20K players, maybe depending on how many streamers they got to sponsor it and play it and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I've thought a lot about the whole Jeff thing being involved in this. I mean, he even went on record and had a tweet out there where people were like, "Are you financially involved with the game?" And he like, came out and said like, "Of course not, no." And still there's
I got news articles written about it.
Yeah, they got news articles written about it, and
it's wild, dude.
Yeah, like
No,
it just.
I mean,
it comes with baggage, I guess.
Yeah, and not only that, but like another big thing that was so strange to me, and I never shook this feeling in the whole time I was playing, is the maps don't seem designed for 3v3. It seems like the game was made for like a larger group of people. The game felt like it would be more fun with a larger group of people, which was also very odd. But like I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, and I think that this game has really showed us like how important it is to get the right type of product to the right people, because like this just was not a game that was ready for massive public consumption, especially being told like, oh, just you wait, this is going to be amazing, you're all going to regret it, just wait until tomorrow when it comes out. And it's like when you have a massive audience and you say that is going to build up expectations the game is not going to meet.
Yeah,
there's no way that the game is going to meet expectations of being the next Dark Raiders, the next Marvel. It's not trying to really be that, honestly. It's far more complex than those games. Well, not really far more, but for general public consumption, the gameplay loop in this game is not nearly as streamlined, not nearly as get to the fun quickly. Like, you kind of need to have a good idea. Not only that, but your teammates also need to kind of have a good idea what's going on. That's actually what made me leave the game, is I got like 2 games in a row where somebody just had no clue what was going on. And it's just like, man, but then I also realized I didn't really care about winning. I just wanted to have fun. And that's when, I started thinking about like a CTF mode would be better. Cause I don't think I would. And I didn't go back to do more of it with the Raid 3v3. So, but yeah, man, it's wild to think about just how important it is to manage that hype and most importantly, manage the expectations. In fact, looking back, it may have been a terrible decision for them to go totally dark after that announcement. Like maybe getting out and making sure people knew what the gameplay loop was, that they were going to do 3v3. They could have like gotten a lot of that feedback early, maybe made some course adjustments before dropping the whole thing. Like the fact that they were completely quiet and kind of let Jeff keep going. I hate saying it, but it's like, it almost seemed like they were endorsing it, like they were okay with it, which then kind of meant they owned that hype too. And which just played even more into like the cluster of mismanaged expectations, people coming in expecting a quick fun drop-in free-to-play game and being like, I don't know what's going on right now, mostly negative.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna just bounce off it after a round or two kind of thing.
Do you think any of the devs, like 1 or 2 of the devs were like, can we talk to Jeff?
That's what I was just thinking, dude.
It's not the second coming. Can we cut that a little bit? Can we take his?
I'm sure there were people at the company though. I guarantee you there were people at the company going, no, we want as many eyes on this as possible. It'll be fine. Right. Like the people that like it will like it. Like I can only imagine what was being said at the company while this was all going on. Like it must have been crazy.
Yeah,
and as far as like Jeff's like it didn't hurt his credibility for me, but for like the public at large, like next time Jeff endorses a game, like he's gonna have to think long and hard about endorsing the next game.
Well, and that's a whole nother topic, right? Because endorsing is a strange word, because Jeff is in the businesses. Jeff is in the business of hype.
Business of hype. Yeah, that's his job. His job is
kind of
hype.
his job, right? But
We're
so
talking about Jeff Keighley.
yeah, so
the leader
Keighley
of
kind of like
games festival stuff.
Keighley kind of like burned that trust a little bit, but you're still going to watch the shows that he puts on every year because, you know, all the big names are going to continue to work with him because numbers are there and everything like that.
Yeah.
So really a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, Jeff burned his own trust, but no, really all he did was kind of fuck over these guys.
No.
Yeah.
Let's think pragmatically about this. He's opening up a new revenue stream. So now when you pay to be on the Game Awards show, you can pay an additional fee to have Jeff not mention your product.
Oh yeah.
So
the Jeff don't hype it feature.
All jokes aside.
Put that in the pitch deck.
I think it does come down to like what I was talking about earlier a little bit about, like, I just think he played the game in the perfect conditions. He played the game where everyone in the room knew exactly what was going on. Every question was being answered immediately. Everyone was completely on board. So that is probably a completely different experience than most people get in this game. So I think that he just got really excited with that. And unfortunately, man, it's like, this is just a time when it did not work. The audience that this is, I don't know if we just realized how many people we're gonna like basically use him as the hype machine for this game.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh God. Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, and someone else just said in chat, they probably also not only was all that true, the devs probably curated their experience as well. So like everything was probably planned out for these guys to be like the best fun experience. And then we just did not get that, unfortunately. I should say the public didn't. Like there's no way to copy paste that out to the public.
Yeah. In terms of things that, and a lot of people don't need what I'm about to say to never touch this, but some of the things that I did not like about it, the character that I was playing is essentially, she's kind of like the recon character. She can throw up.
Oh, the Ocarina girl.
Yeah. She's got like a little ocarina, and she like has a hawk that comes out, and it gives you kind of like wall hacks, and then her ultimate is kind of like throw 3 different smoke bombs down around the area. And her favorite word is baddies. And in the course of the 2 or 3 hours that I played, I think the baddie count was over 500.
Like completely unironically using the word?
Unironically, like, we got some baddies over here. Every time you spot someone, we got some baddies over here. There's some baddies over there. I started like thinking critically about it because I was like, wait a minute. In other games, when you play the like spotter scout character and they say enemies detected, that is like I don't think about how many times I'm hearing enemies detected, but when they say, we got some baddies over here, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop. I don't care who's over there anymore.
It's like my dear old dad used to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, if Navi was like, hey, listen. Nobody would have batted an eye. Yeah. Nobody would have fucking batted an eye. But it senses, hey, listen. Everybody remembers that shit.
Yeah. It was wild. Yeah, I think towards the end on the we don't have it on the YouTube stream. On the Twitch stream, they put a baddie. My mods put a baddie counter up, and every time they said bounty, they just kept hitting the word and adding to it. It was really funny. But yeah, that kind of annoyed me. Every character kind of had that going on where they just said a lot of voice lines.
The dialogue is very Zoomer.
Yeah,
it's very it clashes with the environment a little bit. I agree.
Yeah, and then this is a totally me thing, but what actually got me to lose interest very, very quick towards the end of my 6.5 hours with it was when I started running into what I like to call the Apex conundrum. And that is Apex Legends players who are really good at the game because the movement and the aiming in this game is very similar to Apex Legends, probably because developers from Apex Legends worked on this game. as soon as I started running into those players, I wiped my hands
time
clean.
to check out.
Yeah, I'm way too old for that shit. That's
Yeah.
a whole nother echelon of skill there that I just don't have. And so I like quit out pretty quickly.
You know, you say that, but like, I think it's because the game didn't make you want to get better. I mean, you still play League of Legends, and there's, you know, you get
okay.
destroyed
Watch
by
your
sweats.
fucking words. Watch your fucking words.
No, I'm just saying, like in games like that, you get destroyed by sweats, but you keep playing because you want to get better. Like this game seems like people like play this and they don't want to get better.
Well, I think also a lot of it is just understanding. That's what I'm saying.
There was
yeah, I mean,
older gentleman.
You're both right. Yeah, there's like limits to it, and also the want to get better. You know, League is a much more established game, and blah 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 blah. Where this is just kind of like, all right, if I quit this, who cares, right? Like I'm not going to lose anything. It's free.
Yeah,
didn't cost me anything. I got a 6.5 hour stream. I'm happy with that. But yeah, they did put out, like you guys said, they put out a patch. I've not played the 5v5 mode. I've heard different varying opinions of like, yes, it's better it's too hectic. There's too much going on. There's not enough loot in the world to like satisfy 10 players compared to 6 players, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know how that's going. I think now they're like out there saying like, well, maybe 4v4, them being the public being like, maybe 4v4 is the sweet spot. Maybe it should be 4v4.
Oh, 5v5 is too much is what they're saying now?
I've heard that. Yeah. But I'm not, I don't know where the exact public opinion lies. I'm just kind of going from headlines and different reviews and whatnot that I've seen on Steam about it. So I think it actually did go up in player count though, when they introduced 5v5. And the reviews have gotten a little bit better. Yeah,
that's a little better. There you go.
Yeah. So, you know, it's not all bad news, I guess is how I would look at it almost a week after launch or coming up on a week after launch. So
I think the biggest indicator is going to be how many players does Highguard need to sustain itself as a free-to-play game?
Right.
So I don't know how many that is. I hope they're meeting their numbers. It does seem a little low right now, but it is like, I think I checked this morning and it was at 10,000 and I checked a little later, it was like at 14, I think. So, you know, there are people there that are really digging it. So as long as they can stay up as long enough to give the people that are playing it the best experience they can, it's like, you know, I'd see that as a win. It doesn't need to be the next huge game, but hopefully it's enough for the devs. I don't know what that number is, but yeah.
Can you either of you talk about the monetization? Because it's a free to play game.
Yeah, it's all cosmetics. Cohh can speak to his aesthetic.
I didn't look too much into it. Yeah.
I didn't think any of them were special. I didn't think any of them looked super cool.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like, you know, I think you look at something, and this is kind of a stupid answer to your question because it's a completely different scenario, but you look at something like Marvel, right? And Marvel could be like, oh yeah, this is the skin that so-and-so wore in issue number blah, and it was bibbity bloppity bop. In this game, it's like, here's a cool cowboy skin on a character that says baddies a lot.
if there's no attachment to the characters and there's no attachment to like the cosmetics, I feel like you really got to make them look good.
Yeah.
And I did not see anything that inspired that, unfortunately, when I flipped through it.
Yeah.
Which, but you know, I mean, maybe they're planning on adding a whole bunch more in, or not sure what the long-term plan is.
They gave away the first like what are they? I forgot the it's essentially like a battle pass. They gave that one away for free. You get one for free. And so you don't have to spend any money on that. And you can earn skins and things like that. There are ways to a war chest is what it's called in this game. Thanks, chat. There are ways to just buy skins outright, and they're, you know, the same prices that you would expect. You can earn that currency, I believe, through dailies and weeklies. So it's the same format as, you know, any other free-to-play game of its type. But the skins weren't anything special, and like Cohh said, I had no pull or affection towards any of the characters. They were just kind of like, yep, here's the recon bird girl. Here's the weird guy that never takes the mask off. And the game like did its best to try to tell you what these characters were about and like why they did what they did, but whatever. I was never that Una is the person that never takes the mask off. Condor is the person that plays the fucking little Zelda instrument, ocarina, that has the birds. So I don't know. They're kind of generic, I guess. They have some personality to them, but I didn't really connect with any of them.
That's the other thing I wanted to mention. Like just this is the first time I'm looking at it, and it looks. I mean, it looks fine. It looks good. It just like aesthetically, I'm not seeing anything that stands out or makes it unique or makes it different or anything like that. It's I think it's just drastically fine.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, it even like pretty much everything in the game is kind of like connecting other parts of other games. It's a very iterative game. I wouldn't say it's trying to pioneer too much. It's just trying to take what works and try to do a really solid implementation of that. You can kind of break down the entire mode into like small game modes from other other things we've played in the past, which works. I mean, for what it is, but it is definitely you can definitely say it's more of the same. Like this is not a next really anything. It's just kind of it's more the same in a relatively solid implementation.
Yeah. Yeah. So
but I would say it's not people have asked me all the time, is this Concord? I would say it's a Concord.
No.
I would say there's a lot more in this game. It clearly has more thought. There's absolutely more iteration in this than Concord had. Concord's a good example of like almost zero iteration. They're at least taking game modes and combining them. They're, the mount system is kind of cool. It's been done before, but it's a pretty solid thing in this game for sure. All that it feels very different in this one.
Yeah.
I will say like with the comparison to Concord, like at least Concord, like I kind of remember the characters a little bit. Like you line these guys up and I'm not gonna like none of them stand out, but like weren't the character designs in Concord like pretty varied?
Zeke, what was a character name from Concord?
No,
not
character names. That's too far.
No, I'm just picturing them in my head. I don't know. I didn't know the names. I don't know.
When you said that,
I don't know them now.
I can't even picture them in my head.
I just remember I remember the off-brand Star-Lord. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, that guy was goofy.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would say, Zeke, that I would say that Highguard went a little further than Concord. At least like when you start rounds in this one, they'll like talk to each other and stuff, and they have like bios but I don't. Okay. I mean, it's not that much more. No, it is similarly. It is similarly like each heroes are kind of hitting different areas, and it's all that kind of standard stuff. So
yeah,
wouldn't say that's innovated either.
Yeah, and I also think that Concord, and that's a whole fucking lot of can of worms today. With Concord, one of the reasons I think it gets memed on so much is because it got straight up shut down 2 weeks after launch. And that was because Sony was like, well, this was a waste of money. With Highguard, they're essentially indie. Do they have any like big publishing backers? I don't think they do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I want to say it's just them. So they're probably going to keep the game running until they can't financially support it anymore, which, we're a week in. We'll see where we are a month in. 3 months in, I think once you get to 3 months, you can really start to see if the writing's on the wall, so to speak. So we'll kind of wait till then. But yeah, the publisher is Cohh Geely Productions. No, it's not.
No. So looking up Wildlight, which is the entertainment studio of former Respawn entertainment veterans, they're independent.
Okay.
They're self-published and they're independent. So they may have big backers, but I don't know if they're public with them.
Gotcha. Yeah. So We will, I guess, see what happens with that. It sounds like they're trying their best to capture an audience and keep an audience in. And I did see like pushback on that. And those are I immediately saw that as like, those are the people you're never going to win over. I don't know if that's because I've been, aware of that adage as like a streamer where you're not going to please everybody and you're not going to win over certain people. The second that they added 5v5, there were people being like, oh, well, if they can just add 5v5 to this game, it means that they never had a clear vision to begin with. And I was like, I don't, fuck you. I don't hate that statement, but like maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know. It's a weird statement. But you can't please everyone. You can't win over everyone there, is what I took from that statement. So yeah. Hopefully they can find, whatever it is that makes the best sense for the game. And a year from now, 2 years from now, we're talking about it like we do No Man's Sky, right? If that's the best case scenario for it, then I wish them all the luck in the world. And that's kind of I think that's my end of Highguard conversation until something else happens around the news of it. So yeah, we'll see if that actually happens. It's kind of slim. I don't know if that will. I think that's incredibly lucky if that's where they end up, but whatever. We shall see. That's Highguard. It's free to play if you want to check it out now on most platforms, PC and consoles and all that stuff. How's it run on consoles? Do you know, Cohh? I only played it on PC. Sure. Yeah, I don't know if it has console issues. And watch out for the baddies. The baddies, they will get you. Baddie count will get you. Yeah, baddie count is up. Well, that happened on Monday and filled the airwaves for most of the week. Yesterday, there was a relatively big story that kind of just came out of nowhere. At least for me, I was expecting it to be much, I guess because it was a Saturday night, maybe it didn't like break as a story normally would break. But Intrepid Studios, the developers of Ashes of Creation, which is a game that's been in development for almost a decade now, I believe, has laid off all of its staff and shut down the studio. This comes after a recent early access launch on Steam, which did a lot of things. One of them was charge people money that they won't be giving refunds on now. And the second one is the Kickstarter had a clause in it or something that the second that it was like on Steam, they would not give kickbacks for any like Kickstarter funds, which a lot of people were spending like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on for things in the game. So I need to like really dive into the full of it because there's intricacies there, and I kind of glanced over a lot of them, but kind of a fucked up situation to sum it all up.
Yeah,
kind of a fucked up situation.
It's a horrible situation. So so Ashes of Creation. I was a Kickstarter backer of AOC back in the day.
Yeah,
AOC came out. A guy named Steven Sharif said, not only am I dead set on getting you this game, but I'm going to completely self-fund it. I will never be beholden to a publisher or a board. We will make this happen. I am dead set, no scope creep. Like, we're going to do this kind of thing. And a lot of people, including myself, it's funny thinking that 10 years ago, I felt the exact same way I do today, which is I'd love a new MMO. And it's been 10 years and I feel the exact same way. But basically a lot of people like me were like, okay, let's see what you got. I think I was a 250, 500 backer. And I think what happened at that point is a lot of us kind of just kept getting the updates in the mail, kind of followed along with it. And for the last 9 years, it's just been making very slow progress. And on top of that, there's been multiple times when the progress has not really been in the great directions. And I'm actually I read the subreddit all the time. So, I kind of keep a pulse of what changes are working, what aren't. There's been huge schisms in like the PvP player base versus the kind of casual. And it's gotten a little bit, especially in the later years, a little more salty in there. So anyway,
Okay.
cut to more recently. They announced that they're releasing an early access on Steam. And that for the majority of AOC people was one of the bigger red flags that they could do, because they had made it very clear in the past that they were not going to be doing anything like that. The idea of charging for the unfinished product was not good. They had a set amount of goals they wanted to meet before deployment like that. And then it comes out, and that was not long ago at all. I mean, not too, a few months?
The Steam launch?
Yeah, the Steam thing? Steam launch, or it's been end of last year, right?
I think like bit. 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it hasn't been long. 5th of December. Okay, so a 5th of December.
Yeah, so
2 months.
Couple months. 2 or 3 months. So the game comes out on Steam, really negative reviews for good reasons. But apparently it's selling and it's chugging along. So then everything is kind of moving along. And then last night we are told like some real big bombshells. First of all, Steven posts a thing in the Discord saying that there's legal things going on and he can't say much. He then claims that the board, over the last X unsaid years, the board had gained control of the company and were doing things that were to him or asking him to do things that were unethical. And in basically him being like, oh, I could never do that. I could never be unethical. He resigned in protest.
Yeah.
And then at that point, the board decided we're going to fire everyone. And because that's what the evil board did. And now it really, like, the message does not read well, considering like when this started making its way to Reddit, the big Reddit thread, one of the first replies was somebody who had found the business license for Intrepid, and his was the only name on it. So that's doesn't really, but that could have been an older one, like whatever, sure. Then there was stuff going around where the board was just actually him and someone he knows.
Yeah.
Which again, not good. But I think probably the biggest issue here, and this is where things really get complicated, because here's, as many will tell you, I love game dev and I do my best to fight for the side of the game dev. If I think there's any reason that there's like some good reason to really, some good truth in there about something, I'll try to find it and I'll try to fight for it. When this project started, I think that it was a project that they really wanted to succeed and that they wanted to make work. But I cannot in good conscience say, after the Steam thing and then this message, dude, at some point this became a scam.
Yeah.
At some point a decision was made and the project flipped from being like, we're going to try to get this MMO out, to we need to get as many finances recouped as possible. And the part here that is so unfortunate is it's like, was that before the decision was to go to Steam? Was the whole plan to launch on Steam so they then would not have to pay back Kickstarter backers and could get a last ditch amount of money?
Oh, geez.
Like they're like, it becomes real bad when you start thinking.
Here's the board, by the way. This is an actual document that was filed in December of last year. So 2 months ago.
It becomes real bad. And it becomes real, like all of this starts to get real dark. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, are we making sure Steven is like staying in the country? Like this, like it becomes like real concerning. So yeah, I think the news started last night, but there is no question we are going to be getting a lot more information about this as time goes on.
Oh yeah.
And I confirmed this with my chat today, and I don't know if this has changed. And if someone in chat, please tell me if this is different. From what I understand, at no point until yesterday had Steven ever been public about the company going away from under his umbrella in any capacity. So if I'm understanding this right, his message last night was the first time anyone heard that he no longer controlled the company. And if that's correct, that there's so many potential issues with that. Like it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. Because then it's just like, when did that happen? Why did it happen? Why did he allow it to happen? Like, was he God. It's really, really, really bad. So yeah, that's the AOC situation, man.
Yep.
It's not good. It's not good. And it's only going to get probably a lot worse.
Yep. And
because then it is, who knew what?
Oh yeah.
Who knew what? Who at the company knew what? And we're already starting to see like some really not so great PM screenshots coming out, because a lot of people are just like, F it, whatever. Everything's on fire anyway. So like one guy went public and he was like, oh, all that guesswork you guys were doing, if Steven was working with me in DMs that he would kept denying. Oh, here's the screenshots of him working with me in DMs. And it's just like, oh, good. We're just gonna, like, anyone have any dirty laundry? Like, now's the time, apparently. It's a mess. It's a mess, dude. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. A mess is a great way to describe it. I think there's like so many different things to say in terms of the money floating around. The Kickstarter was initially a $3.2 million Kickstarter. They were charging $500 to play alpha as of a year ago. I don't know how many people bought into that, but I know enough to where people are upset, rightfully so, that, like, you know, they're never going to see that anything come from that. It reportedly sold around 250,000 to 300,000 copies on Steam at a $49.99 price point, following the December 11th, 2025 early access launch. So, like, there's definitely a lot of money floating around. You know, some of it went to funding the game up until this point, but yeah, you start to really, like you were saying, look at this Steam release and think, like, was that just a cash grab? And was this the plan from the very get-go?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So we'll let the actual journalist out there do the
I mean, at some point
digging.
it just becomes fraud.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, where are we on the, like, what's the
fraud
legality
scale
at this point? Yeah, what's the fraud value of this? Because it sounds like someone may need to go to jail. Like, it's getting bad. Yeah.
Honestly, from the outside and just hearing the recap of what's happened and what the history of this, it does sound like you said, it didn't start as fraud, but
no,
then
I don't think it
then
did.
Like a fire broke out in the office and everybody was just grabbing everything, like mugs and staplers and shit. They're like,
dude, I think
we gotta get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think at some point a light bulb went off where it was just like, no matter how many resources we get, we're not going to finish this. I think at some point they realized this is not going to work. And that at whatever that point was, that's when the switch flipped. Like, something changed. Like, maybe it was 3 months ago, maybe it was 2 years ago. Like, yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I'm sure there will be many an article over the next week, month to kind of lay out all this stuff. And it seems like if all of the stuff that's coming up that is, or coming out about it is just from, you know, enthusiasts over on different social media websites, I can only imagine, like, what it's going to look like when people start digging into the actual company and talking with people that were involved in the company and weren't, like, in the know, so to speak. Like, there's probably some real fucked up shit going on.
So their community manager named Margaret Crone.
Yep.
I have worked with her on
Same.
many projects over the years. I worked with her back when she was with, like, Sony
Yep.
Online Entertainment. She was awesome. She's always been awesome.
You played D&D with her on a show that
absolutely. Yeah, dude. And Margaret's been great. So, like, that's the only person I know of that's with them. And she has always been a stand-up person. She, with her reaction on Twitter, it leads me to
I didn't
believe
see that. What?
Yes,
What
it
was
leads me.
it?
She was blindsided. Basically, she was blindsided.
Oh.
She got a call saying she was fired, and it sounded like she had no idea it was coming.
Fuck.
I would give her the benefit of the doubt personally, but that's the only. I don't really know anyone else on the project, but she's always been cool and professional. So I would be baffled if that was the case. Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Regardless, dude, depending on what Steven did, like that's going to be a huge deal. Regardless, like anyone associated with Steven, I think it's going to be a big deal as that stuff comes out. It's yeah, man, this might be real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad. Double bad on good.
Sorry, I'm just
follow the
rereading
money.
your-
That's it. 100%.
Sure.
That's all. I mean, got to follow every dollar and see where it went. Yep. Follow the money. 100%.
So
Now I looked on. Oh, never mind. No, I was just looking on Steam and it has mixed reviews. But I
Yeah.
was wondering, like,
it's still for sale. Is this as of this morning? It was still for sale, which is
it's still on
crazy.
Steam right now. You can still buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit.
what?
They fired the entire dev company and it's still for sale.
How is
Like-
Steam not like? Wait, can you play it? If I buy it right now, does
There's
it load?
6,000 people in the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What- how-
6,016 people in game now.
Oh, so have they said that
On-
they're shutting it down tomorrow? Was that part of the announcement? That the servers
think
are.
That's what
going
I
down?
heard from my chat. My chat said
Dude.
that. Yeah.
Steven made it sound like they fired him too. So
Yeah.
like, I think he's trying to do the it's not my problem anymore kind of thing. So I mean, I don't think there's any contact at this point with the actual team. The person who owns it now, I guess, is the board. So we have to go find the board. Does anyone have a Twitter handle?
it sounds like
the board of the
it sounds
board?
like control.
I
You
know,
are now
right?
the board.
You are the board. Who is the board? Yep.
Yeah. You are the board / fabrication.
Oh Lord. The board was inside Steven all along.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm actually I've seen MMOs, I've seen and been around MMOs that, you know, have announced that the New World has announced that they're closing and they're going to
I'm
shut
sorry,
down a year from now.
JP, it's not a loop. It's
What?
a scam.
But what does the in-game chat look like right now for Ashes? Like I kind of want to spend $50 just to be like, hey guys, what's up? How's it going?
Oh, I bet they're furious, dude. I bet they're furious. Can you like, dude, there were tens of thousands, if not more, people that were actually invested in this being the next big MMO. Like the Reddit, very active. There were a lot of people that really wanted this game to succeed, and today every single one of them was screwed. I bet they're furious.
Yeah,
I bet
they
furious.
should be. I mean, that's wild. Especially given like
It looks like Ashes of Creation has been sold to Cairn someone. Cairn, what are you linking me here, Angry Toad?
uh-oh.
Cairn Boryeko.
A Karen owns it.
Hey, it's fine. Some Karens are great people.
Okay, all right. Your words.
Karen
not mine.
Boryenko was a co-founder of Vema, a company that sold dietary supplements. The company was shut down in 2015 by the FTC for engaging in deceptive practices and being a pyramid scheme. Jesus Christ! Really?
What?
Wait, is this a joke? What is this?
Huh?
14 hours ago. What is
A previous coworker? Oh no. It's legit.
it wasn't
Man.
sold. Apparently she took it over. Steven owed her money. Guys, we need more information, dude. This is
Bro.
This is a freaking movie. This is crazy shit. No, man, we can't keep talking about this without more info. This is like this is
No.
crazy.
Again.
He made methamphetamine and sold it to school children, and that's why he owed her money. What is this? Is
Again.
crazy.
Number one.
How much is this game making meth terms?
Number one. I want to see what
Wait,
the
wait.
in-game chat
Where's
looks
the
like.
Gearbox guy? We have someone for this. Oh, sorry.
And number two, I want to see what someone like Steven Totillo or who's the other guy that works the other journalist. His like inbox has to be fucking insane right now on all this shit.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, Jason Schreier. There you go.
Jason Schreier. Yes.
They have. He has to just like. Do you think he's just sitting at his desk like I don't want to do this anymore.
And while he's doing that, he's holding his phone. It's just going doo 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 doo.
Yeah. Oh man, that's fucking nuts,
He's
man.
already planning his book, Age of Scam.
Good lord.
What I said earlier about them like discovering like the taking the stapler and the mug from a burning building or whatever like that, but whether or not it's true or whether or not like whatever, someone like I'm looking at a Reddit post from a year ago, saying it was a scam. So people have always the rumor forever. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he had. Let's say Steven has some baggage without getting into it. There's some baggage that carried along with him for all that stuff. So,
did you mess with my volume? Everyone's telling me I've got really quiet.
I did not. No, I did not touch your volume at all.
Am I good?
Sounds fine to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good. Yeah. So we'll touch on that a little bit more next weekend because I'm sure 24 hours
shit's going
from now,
down tomorrow.
Yeah. There's shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that insane. It seems like some of the stuff is just like happening right now when people are digging up these different legal documentations and absolutely insane. So don't buy Ashes of Creation. I feel very confident in saying that. Do not buy it. That's a don't buy from me. Or wait, don't buy from me. Don't spend $50 on that game. For some reason you still can on Steam. And yeah, we'll check back in on it next week. Jesus.
Which is I'm looking at the Steam page and the trailers and stuff. I mean, sad. The game looks good. It looks pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, I mean, there was I know very well-known streamers that were playing it as of 3-4 weeks ago, right? They were streaming it every day, talking about it every day, talking about it being the next big thing. Yeah. Crazy. What else is happening this past week? Let me keep scanning the news. Highguard kind of dominated everything after Monday.
Wiki Chris says, Cohh, I'm worried about Pantheon now. Hey, you know what? I was super worried about Pantheon too, because they went through an early access thing and they tried to keep up and they weren't, and the community was getting a little behind. But at the end of last year, the Pantheon devs announced that they had an angel investor come in with a multi-7-figure investment, and that investor basically said, I am funding you till your game is out. So for the last 2 months, they've been hiring more people, and we're supposed to be a spring update soon. I'm just as surprised as you are, y'all. I was about to write that shit off. Like seriously, like I'm just as surprised as you guys. So we're gonna be checking out the update when it comes out, and we'll see how it is. But yeah, I mean, I've been publicly pretty. I've been in the boat with most of the Pantheon players saying that we all wished it was going to be a lot quicker than it was, and we were all very concerned about the project running out of money. So this is a step in the right direction, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
Hopefully the next update's going to tell us a lot about how that project's going.
This next one, Zeke, we get to have some fun with. So please have some fun with this.
I like fun. Fun's fun.
Me and Zeke are not related to this project, but one of the members, not mentioned.
We're not related.
We're also not related, funny enough.
Yeah, not that either.
But one of the members of the show dropped a official announcement trailer for their game.
Oh shit, that's right.
How do you pronounce this? Is it Emberville? What's the name of this?
Emberville.
Emberville, yeah.
Emberville.
So is this game can I play this game on Steam in couch co-op with how many people? Up to 8 friends?
So we are gonna do co-op at 1.0.
Okay.
For up to 4 players.
Okay.
We are not sure yet if it's gonna be couch co-op. That's a very different beast.
Okay.
But we are going to do co-op multiplayer.
All right. Will you have a walkthrough so I can know how to like TCP/IP connect to my friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's in fact the only networking code we're going to allow. It's got to be done through a console as well.
Okay.
No UIs.
All right. Who's on the board for the company? Very very important.
Hold on. So the first member, her name is Cairn Boyenk. No, we are a fully self-funded company. We have a nice paved runway. If anything, this last 4 days has just more confirmed that. And Emberville is in an excellent place. It's in a very, very good place. Right now.
I heard you talking this morning. You had like 200,000 wish lists. Where are you at?
We just passed 260,000.
Nice.
And it's going up by like multiple thousands a day. It's insane. Like this surpasses any level of success for this. We spent the game had been public for years before a few days ago. And
260,001 now.
Thank you. Z.
Oh,
Thank you
I'm
so
not
much.
fucking. I'm not.
I
following
forgot
that.
the wish
Fuck that.
list, and I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to work harder for my wish list.
I can't wait for the inevitable rug pull on this one.
You aren't even trying. You can't even give us money, dude. Okay, but yeah, we just passed 260, and it's been really good. It's been very, very positive. So it's the craziest thing for us has really been the reception. We were, like we've been public up until this time, and in the last 3 days have over doubled the amount of wish lists we've ever had. And the reception has just been like, we have people making fan art, which is crazy. We have over 100 articles in different languages. We actually, not only that, we are doing a full Chinese translation, and like we have an awesome new graphic of like the logo fully in Chinese characters and everything, which is super cool to see. And the community has come together. It's starting to really form in like the Discord and stuff, and it's wild, man. It's things are happening. And the two biggest takeaways for us though is just staying humble and delivering. So that's exactly what we're doing.
I would probably ask this off stream, but like, how transparent are you going to be about the majority of this, right? Because you stream every single day, so your audience is probably expectant of some higher level of transparency.
So I stream every day, and I'm also basically like the face of the project. So I answer questions about it all day long, and I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
The big thing is like we are very public about the development cycle for Emberville. So I will do streams where I'm doing playtests for the games, and I have specific sections that I'm doing. But part of me joining this project was I not only wanted to make this game, but I wanted to stream this game. And it would not be possible for me to stream a game that I've fundamentally and fully developed from back to front. Characters, storylines, like quests, all this stuff, I don't have access to. There's special boards set up in all of our development stuff where I actually have completely no access to those things. And we just brought in Alex Jordan, who starred as the main in the Altars. He did all the sex sounds in BG3. He is now officially our voice director. So he didn't only do the trailer, but he's actually voice directing the entire game. So Doug Cohh was on board. We've already actually brought in a bunch of other big names we haven't announced yet. And so I'm not even gonna be able to really hear what the work he's doing until like I see it live on stream the first time, which is a very exciting concept. So it's very cool how it's all working. And yeah, we'll be talking a lot more about that as we go on. But the plan is to basically do exactly what we've been doing, like just transparently answering all the questions we get asked about it. We'll do, little updates here and there before EA in the summer. And then we'll do big kind of highlight and updates as release the 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, adding the biomes, characters, weapons, classes, new, skills, all that stuff. So
yeah,
we've got a pretty good plan for it, and looking forward to executing for sure.
What's that like having a trailer drop on IGN? I mean, you're used to X amount of viewers tuning in every single day, but it's IGN kind of carries with it a different, I guess, unlocks a different door of the gaming ecosystem. That had to have been a little bit nerve-wracking.
Yes. That was the first time Emberville was outside of like my ecosystem. Like it's like my community has been incredible in supporting Emberville over the years. I could not ask for a more supportive community in making this happen. But IGN was the first time that like it was we're going into like the real realm now. There's no question. Like my team at Cygnus Cross was super excited about this, particularly the owner of the company, Bryn. He had some very high goals that he had set, which we ended up blowing by. But when he said those originally, I was like, dude, like, are you crazy? Like, no. People are gonna, they're gonna not get it. It's not gonna get passed around. People aren't gonna be really excited. Like, So I was very reserved. But no, again, I think that just kind of made the whole thing seem even more insane. We had no idea that it would be as well received as it did. IGN, wanted to do one thing at first, and then it did so well, they ended up doing this completely different thing. And our PR company was freaking out and doing all this stuff in the back end because they're like, this, things are happening too fast, we're getting too big too fast. So it's like, it was a crazy experience to be through, and also just showed me that like I'm already taking half days every week for pure game dev. I've added in a couple more meetings since then, and it's a balance that's working right now. I'm taking a lot of time off the stream to do it, but it's coming together, and it is so much fun to do. This is the stuff that I wanted to do before I found streaming. So it's been very nice.
Yeah.
Quick question. I'm not referencing anyone, but are you going to do a sponsor push perhaps for this game when it comes out? Because I know there's some really like people who love indie games. Like there's some people out there that could really give your game that boost it needs.
Yeah, but you know what? He's gonna do it anyway. So we're good. No. The short answer is, I'm still figuring out how we're gonna do that. We're in a very unique position as when we come out. Like there's gonna be very few people that don't like know, but we're still figuring out like how we want to do sponsored stuff and streamer integration and. Which streamers are going to get cameos. That's a big deal. And yeah.
Also, not for nothing. I mean, do you have all the voice acting slots like filled?
Already
like
done, filled up completely.
Oh, they really feel like 100% filled. Like you don't even need grunts or
we have
little side noises or nothing.
How
about some
every
parts?
one of them has an understudy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the understudy though?
Oh, completely.
Think about that.
There we go. I think we found a place for Zeke in our project.
What? I didn't say me.
No.
I didn't say me.
No. We actually. So we have. It's cool. So we have a lot of voice actors that I have worked with and met over my streaming journey already confirmed, and we're thrilled with them. But we have a lot of voice characters in Emberville, and not all roles are going to be for huge voice actors. They're just not big enough. So we're going to be bringing in, and we are in the process of bringing in newer voice actors and voice actors that are less established for those roles. So we're planning on doing some very fun things concerning voice acting that I can't talk about right now.
Sure.
But it's yes, we're going to be looking for more, and you will hear me at some point probably asking for some as well from the community and stuff for some of the roles. So just keep your eyes open for that.
All jokes aside though, dude, honestly, serious congratulations for this, like for seeing this through and for all the hype it's gotten. Like I give you a lot of shit both here and on my own stream, but for real though, I wish you like all the success on this game. It looks like your kind of game. It looks like a fucking Cohh game, and I think it's gonna do very well.
That's gonna go on the Steam page. A fucking Cohh game. Dash Ezekiel _
and then the quote from me under it is, Zeke, you're still not getting a role.
Accurate.
No, dude, that I really appreciate that, man.
You can put me on the box art and say like I didn't get a part and I still like the game.
Gonna put a little pixel art version of you in the bottom with your little shirt on.
Yeah. There you go.
It's still like, it's crazy because I vividly remember the meeting 3 years ago when I played the very first demo. It was literally like 3 rooms. There wasn't even an inventory. There was no item. It was nothing. And we were just in that meeting and we were like, we could really turn this into something big. Like, and I remember asking him, like, I've got like lots of ideas. It's going to be a lot. Like you shared, he was like, dude, sky's the limit. Like we'll figure it out. And like, that's what the last 3 years have been. So it's been, yeah, I can't wait for you guys to play this game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Oh, now as far as like just being a gamer goes, like what does it feel like? Like, I feel like we're interviewing you now, but like,
that's what I meant. Yeah. By this.
Yeah. What does it feel like to be, because as gamers, we all want to do this. Like you're playing a game, you're like, this fucking part is stupid.
Yes.
Hey, this fucking part is stupid. Do something about it. Like, how does that feel?
So it is one of the coolest parts of this position. So my current hat we're a smaller team, so we all do lots of different things. But my current hat would be co-creative director. And what that essentially means is like all the big ideas and stuff come through me and the co-lead of the studio. We talk about what we want to keep in, we talk about what we want to change, and then the project director then goes back to the team and they just craft this amazing set of whatever we were talking about. And the next week we meet and we go over all that and the process repeats. And that's been the process for years and years now. And every single one of those meetings has been mind-blowing in a different way or another. We have a phenomenal set of pixel artists and animators on our team where it's just like every week I'm seeing like, oh, here's the brand new animations for this boss. Here's the pixel art the same way. Locations like, okay, for this biome, here's the new elements here. Here's our new play art pieces. Like, here's how this is going to work. Oh, here's the demo of the world map system. This is how it's going to look from here. Here's the, so it being able to just look over that and just literally go, okay, no, we want this information here. We need this on this. We need that to be there. We don't want these here. We want to break those up into separate thing. And then the next week it's just there. It's incredible. Like from a gamer perspective, it's like, I wish I could do that with every game, just like, man, I wish that was there. Let's change that. And so it's very, very cool. And it's probably the best part about all this. We're very soon launching into the more serious, like full EA client play tests. And I am so excited to tackle those. We've been doing mostly like pillar based until now, where we're kind of focusing on fully developing each section. And we're just now getting to like that big connecting everything and getting it ready for you guys. And it's an incredibly exciting time on the project. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be early access this summer, chat, for those people asking. And that's all.
And no, we are not pre-ordering. Yeah, it's $30.
Okay.
And it will have a discount during EA.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's already priced. There you go. $30.
Yep. We will only be accepting money when it is ready for you to at least play something. And really, EA is going to have 4 different weapon types, at least 4 classes, access to the first biome completely, possibly the first and second biome, and a handful of the initial villagers as well.
Do you have like a target for hours?
So we don't yet.
Okay.
And that is because of a few different things. Once we connect everything together and start getting like the master loop, like tried and tested, we're going to have better answers for that. We already have all of this done basically, but we have to like get through it. A big part of this game is I don't want people to spend hours and hours and hours playing it because they can. I want to make sure that when and the whole team wants to make completely sure that when you put hours and hours into farming, into crafting RNG items, into working on your set, into working for rare gear, that it's an entertaining set of hours. So we're still figuring out exactly where we want the rarities to be. We're still trying to figure out what we want the drop rates to be like. And those will take a 3-hour experience to a 10-hour experience in the exact same game. So that's kind of the process we're going to be figuring out as we go towards EA. Is a lot of it is, how long do we want this EA to last for people that want to get everything, want to max each class, want to make the best of all their weapon types and rare sets? Is that going to be a 30-hour experience or is that going to be a 60-hour experience? Because literally tweaking back-end drop values determines that. So this is the process we're going through right now. I'm being public. We don't know yet. We have not been public with how many hours the EA is going to have. We have not been public how many hours the full game is going to have. But people that know me, we want this to be an experience that is fulfilling for those that play all the way through it. And we want to offer a much deeper, more sandbox, more, I want to set my own goals and accomplish them area of play as well. That's what we're doing with the creative building area. The fact that there is going to be a lot of farming, there's going to be a lot of trade skills. That's where that kind of Diablo-esque kind of loot system comes in. So yeah, there's going to be, we're still figuring that out, but that's part of the fun.
Cool.
And there's this game has like a straight up story, right? Like it has like,
oh yeah, full story.
Okay.
Yeah, you are rebuilding the town of Emberville and you're figuring out like what's going on and why was the town completely eradicated when you got there. This Vitrometus crystal thing that you can go into and it seems to be this giant 8+ biome world thing. What is this? Why is it here? So it's a fully voice acted, full story experience. There will be an ending, a credit roll, whole 9 yards. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. That's good. That's a point in my column.
Yes.
There you go.
We know that there are going to be players that are not going to want to do a lot of creative building, that are just going to want to do what they have to do, and they are going to want to play this as an adventure game, beginning to end adventure game. And those are players that we want to have a great time as well. There's also going to want to be players that have a fully developed creative building area with tons of automation and fun and QOL and farming and stuff and the best gear, the best armor and max other classes. And we're making the game fun for them too. Gonna do our best.
There you
Awesome.
go. All right. So let's say it's March. You get an email from Jeff Keighley. He says, "Hey, I played your game. It was great. I'd like to put it at the end of our showcase in June." What do you say to him?
I love you, Jeff. Please. What can I get you a steak or a beer?
No.
This
This is completely free. This is
no. Let me
free.
tell you this right now, dude. I'm not gonna like. This is not a better than another situation. This is completely and purely numbers and marketing.
Yeah.
Emberville is a far more palatable game for a larger audience. So I would love that. For me, for Emberville, I think if you put the Emberville trailer in front of a Game Awards audience, I think the reaction would be completely different than what happened. Like it's not even comparable.
Well, I mean that.
In fact, I would argue 99% of what's put in that slot that Jeff did would have been fine. Like the Highguard situation was a very unique situation, and that's not like, it's not normal that you give that many eyes on something and then people just don't like it.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what happened with Highguard.
Yeah.
So I think most game projects, if you put a lot of eyes on them, like as long as it's a good product, people are going to be all on board of it. So no, I think 99% of studios would and should probably say yes to that.
It's a very real thing that I'm sure you're experiencing or will be experiencing over the next 2 or 3 months when, you know, the Keighley Con bullshit starts for
June. Have already been reached out.
Yeah. I figured as much, given all those different gaming shows that we've seen pop up over the past year. I should say. Oh, calm down.
Yeah.
Over the past years, you're gonna probably be.
But no, we
you know,
Emberville is something that there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion in it. I mean, now that we got Alex on board, I can tell you the voice acting in this game is gonna be fantastic. So it's everything I've heard out of the team I've loved so far in terms of the little bits of writing and lore I've heard. So I'm feeling very confident about that too. It's a lot of stars aligning. So like I said, we're doing 2 things these days at Cygnus Cross. Stay humble. It doesn't matter how popular this gets. None of that matters. The only thing that matters, stay humble and deliver. Like we have so many people now that are so hyped for Emberville, and it is up to us to make sure this is the best possible version of itself it can be. So that is our laser focus right now. Yep. Oh. That is what we were worried about.
Zeke, I gotta throw up. I can't be nice to Cohh for any longer. So
cool. Let's go.
Take the show over real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm done. Thanks for. Honestly, I wasn't even going to bring it up. So that was nice of you guys to do that. So thank you. That was cool. I love talking.
Oh, like I can't like. I'm sure you talk about it like nonstop, like on your broadcast and stuff. Like,
I try not to, but people keep asking questions, and I don't want to not answer questions. So
well, sure.
I am trying to build like FAQ videos. In fact, people have been very patient with me. I'm trying to build FAQ videos, so when people start seeing the same people asking the same questions, we can like link them to the Emberville FAQ. Because like I finished Tainted Grail today, and oh man, I had to apologize to everyone on multiple occasions because I would click like a voice line to talk to somebody, and then while the character was talking to me, my eyes would wander over to chat and see like 10 questions. And then when it was my turn to talk again, I would just stop playing, talk for 5 minutes, and then go back. And there were a few people in chat, bless their heart, that you could tell were just like, so you get paid to play games, huh? No kidding. No kidding. That's really cool.
I always hated that, dude. I fucking hated that. Like, will you get paid to play games? Like, no, asshole, you pay me to play games. I don't get paid for some anomalous thing. It's like, you guys do this.
Well, I mean, to their credit, I mean, I totally feel them. If I go to Twitch to watch a game and I drop in on a streamer and he's just monologuing instead of playing the game, granted I don't say anything, I just get the hell out. Like, you know, if I'm there to watch a game, I want to watch the game. End of story. So I get the people that say that, but no, to answer your question, it's been you know, I will always answer any questions about it. So it means that we talk about it a lot. I'm sure it's going to calm down. The trailer's super hyped right now. JP Zeke was wondering how much I'm having to talk about Emberville on stream all the time. And the trailer's super hyped right now. It'll be super hyped probably for, I mean, if we're lucky, it'll be super hyped for another few days, if even. None of this stuff lasts very long. And then once that's
good.
I was going to say, once that's done, we'll be back to probably like somewhat, you know, normal.
Do you have plans to put in it like the trailer in places, or like I don't even know how that fucking works. Do they come to you or do you go to them or both?
So both actually. So it's the PR companies like IGN and stuff like that. They like advertising games that are popular. So IGN was super cool. They took a big chance with us with wanting to have trailer exclusive access and everything. That's why we worked with them on it. That got us a huge amount of PR. And since then, we actually, Evolve PR. Evolve PR is our PR team.
That's Tom.
That is the Emberville PR team. We were working with those guys. They're fantastic.
Okay.
They're being great. Sean and Tom, shout out, are phenomenal people. And they're like doing exactly what you're talking about. So they're going out and like being like, hey, this trailer just came out. It's doing great over here. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And that's why I was saying earlier, we have I think we're up to over 100 articles in other languages now. Which is why, and I'm including YouTube videos and reaction videos and stuff. So it's been, and we weren't planning on any of that. We were going to be thrilled if there was like 10. So, and what's fun about it is the more that happens, the more it kind of continues to kind of spider web out. So every time a company approaches us and says, we want your trailer, can we write an article on it? That's a potential influx of 1 to 15 more over the next week kind of thing. So it's, it's been interesting, but a lot of legwork at the beginning. And credit to the studio owner, Bryn, and everything. Setting all this up that we just did took months. That trailer was like done by a great team that did the whole thing. So it was, it was not like this just all kind of happened out of nowhere. Like the studio has been laying the groundwork for this for a while. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do a demo? Like playable demo?
Unsure.
Okay.
We're unsure on that. We already are working on like our stopping points for early access. We'd also then have to do an earlier stopping points entire thing for the demo, and we're still kind of figuring out what the would have in it if we were, and all sorts of stuff. So right now, a hard maybe.
Cool.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
And
I am done.
Thank you guys.
All right,
We're good.
Well, Zeke, make sure to give the bite test when that comes through. He is.
Yes.
It is Cohh after all. Like,
don't worry though. If you still want to do that, I'd still pay in gold coins, so you can still give it one of those if you need to.
For some reason, he gave me Krugerrands. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure we will be hearing about that and probably talking about that.
No,
more in the future.
Evolve PR is a PR company. I'm not talking about the old game.
Whoever said that, trust me, I get emails weekly from Evolve PR, and I still think it's about the game, and I get upset. So, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, still happens all the time. Still a thing. What else has happened this past week? The Nioh 2 stuff. We can jump into that. They put out a demo Nioh 3. Sorry. They put out a demo for that. I think it came out Wednesday night for Nioh 3. Cohh and I both played it. Cohh, you've got about 8 hours in it. I've got about 7-ish hours.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I think did you do everything in those 3 areas?
Everything I could, like everything that would let me. And then I got sad when I couldn't do any more.
Yeah, I think I beat the boss at the end of that, and I haven't gone back to go through because that even killing that boss removes the corruption of that area, right? And then you can go and do more things in it.
Yeah, the whole thing changes, which is pretty wild. So you can go back and get collectibles and stuff.
It's the demo's still out there. Calling it a demo is honestly kind of strange because I'm fairly certain we're downloading the full game.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not a lot of 80 gigabyte demos. I'm pretty sure we just downloaded the gated version of the full game.
Yeah. It's
wow,
a massive download.
We're gonna download Nioh 3 on release day, and it's gonna be a 242K file. It's gonna be like done.
All it's gonna do is remove one NPC and a door that opens up, and that's it.
Right.
That's all it's gonna be.
Dude, the last demo patch apparently had to be patched because people were finding their way around the demo restrictions.
Is that what happened? Someone joined my stream and said, "Do streamers have full early access?" And I was like, "No, this is there's a bunch of folks that are showing things that are not accessible." And I said, Not me. I don't have that access. I'm sorry.
I,
They're
I,
like, oh.
I already did that song and dance with Dark Souls 3. I ain't touching that again.
Yeah.
I know it's got me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so I guess there's longer playthroughs out there or something. I don't know how that works.
So, okay, Fighting Cowboy, who's a big YouTuber, he's a good dude. He just posted that he was going live with some Nioh 3 stuff, and then it said spoilers like post demo. So
Okay.
maybe there's like some kind of YouTuber early preview you can play X hours. I'm not a part of it, whatever it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because I would be doing it if I was. But yeah, there may be something else going on too.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
Oh.
At the end of the day, it's more
I'll tell my
Nioh.
Dark Souls 3 story another time, chat.
Oh,
Ask me later.
Yeah,
Ask me later.
That was a whole nightmare. That
It's
thing.
a whole thing.
Yeah. That a lot of Twitch experienced.
Yeah.
Most of us all. It was fucking stupid. Anyways, Nioh 3. It's more like Nioh 2, but also a lot different as well. Cohh, I kind of default to, I guess, Nioh being your style of Souls in my head, because I've always been a little bit skittish on it. So I'll let you gab about the game first and then add on to it.
So, Nioh 3. First of all, Nioh 3 is super interesting to me for two reasons. First of all, this is the first Nioh that combines the Rise of the Ronin more semi-open world type of gameplay loop with the more traditional Nioh mission-based loop. So now there are no more missions in Nioh 3. Now you have a semi-open world area. That area has like Ubisoft style things to do that do not feel like Ubisoft things to do. They're mostly like, pray in front of this line of statues, clear out this little village, destroy this yokai encounter. And thankfully they were each kind of unique in their areas. So I didn't feel like I was just doing map clearing when I was playing it. But what's super cool about this new feel is it doesn't feel like Nioh anymore. It feels more like a traditional Souls-like. And that's something that I always felt was kind of missing from the game for people that liked that. It made it really easy to kind of get it out of that realm. But now with Nioh 3, like, not only does it work, it feels pretty damn good, which I really enjoyed. The second thing about this game, and this still blows me away, like I'm wild that they actually did this, because it feels like they almost put two games together. And what they did in Nioh 3 is they made it so there's now two modes, Samurai and Ninja. And Zeke, you might actually like this, because I remember when we talked about Nioh in the past, you said how complex the stance system is, the high, medium, low.
Yeah.
And like how you have to dance between them and stuff. And that's still in the game. If you're a Samurai version, and you can just switch with a button between Samurai and Ninja. If you're Samurai, you have all your stances. It's basically traditional Nioh. But the Ninja is a completely different game. You have a longer stamina bar that no longer requires key pulsing. So no more like stare at your stamina bar and make sure to hit the right B at the right time, which is basically a trademark of Nioh. That's gone. You now have, instead of stances, there's no stances. So there's no going between stances. And if you look in the bottom right of the screen right now, those are ninjutsu and magic, but they're not based on inventory. They're based on damage done. So as you see right here, I'm throwing fireballs at this guy. Then I'm going to start chucking shurikens at him. But when I go up and start slicing the enemy, all that stuff starts refilling. So there's no like restriction in having to go back to a shrine or something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so there are still items. In fact, they've moved some of the more powerful spells into limited item-based like Omnio Magic, which you use on the left side if you see whenever that pops up with those numbers. But now there's all these ninja moves that are like self-replenishing and almost completely like, use whenever you want kind of thing. And it completely changes the feel of the game. I have been living in ninja mode.
Really?
And been really, really enjoying it. Not only that, but they've changed the key pulse to be an active offensive dodge. So whenever you attack, you can tap the key pulse to basically dodge in any direction you want. And the ninja has a massive backstab bonus. So like almost every fight starts with either a parry or a dodge. Get behind them. You start slicing them up for giant red numbers. And oh man, it works. Like it has been a lot of fun playing this mode. It really does feel like a different game, but yeah, it's great. And I honestly, Zeke, think that you would probably really like ninja mode in this game.
Yeah, I primarily played, I would say I'm the actual opposite. I probably was 95% samurai, but I think that speaks to me just being stuck in my ways, because all of the complaints that I still had about Nioh were because of how that mode functions, right? Like you go back and I've talked about this at length. So if you've heard me discuss Nioh and why I have struggled with it in the past from a like difficulty perspective, it's that like you enter into a fight and you have to pay attention to like 30 different things happening at once rather than just like, I've got a weapon, you've got a weapon, let's just beat each other's ass till our HP goes
see
down.
what happens.
Yeah, till our HP goes down. It sounds like that's kind of what playing in the ninja role is. I just wasn't super into the weapon selection at the start of Ninja because I saw, I picked up the giant. They call it an axe, but I had a fucking hammer. It looked like Gallagher's hammer just walking around in this world. And it was very, very much traditional, what I considered to be traditional Nioh gameplay. I don't think that Ninja offers anything along the basis of like giant weapon, right? Like everything's
Not
pretty.
really. No, they did restrict weapon types. So there's like the ninja gets like the claw weapon, the dual short blades, the dual axes, and then the samurai gets the odachi and the spear and like all the big chunky stuff. So
yeah,
they schism or they section that out.
I did unlock after you beat I guess the final boss of the demo, which is the boss of this area that Cohh's in right now. It unlocks the like claws, and those are strength based. So I guess that's the parallel between like samurai and ninja. If you spec strength, you're going to be focusing on using the claws. I didn't really get a chance to use them yet, so I'm not sure how they function or how they work out. But
the split staff and the scythe, I think too.
Okay. Hearing you talk about how ninja mode plays kind of makes me want to run around in that world now as a ninja just to see
you should try it, dude.
The difference. Yeah.
The best part is for me, like it basically removes your need for ranged weapons because you always have.
Like, I did use it for that always.
Yeah, which is awesome. Just living in that mode. And then what's also cool is if you see my bottom A ability, that ability is at first I was like, what is this? This is weird. And then I learned how to use it and I was like, this is amazing. You basically, it's Shadow Jutsu from Naruto. So he basically does his hands like this.
I know what.
And like if the enemy, of course you know what it is. And if the enemy hits you during that, you disappear in a clone and you appear behind them. So it's like you can instantly open every fight with like backstab and starting to do high damage and stuff. And I think that's my third different parry/dodge I can do. Which is wild.
Okay.
Yeah. So they offer a lot of choices, so you can kind of pick how you want to do that.
Yeah.
I've got a perfect dodge now. I can do that, the LBA dodge, and then I also have like a hold LB and tilt the thing forward dodge.
See, that's where the game.
Weird one.
Dude, that's where the game kind of loses me. Funny enough, when like skill enters into the conversation, like actual acuity of the controller and dexterous movements. Because I think I had about 6 or 8 different skill points available on both the samurai and the ninja tree at the end of the demo. Because I was like, I've got my wheelhouse that I can hold triangle, and I can use that to do a big wind up. And if I press square, it's another big wind up, and that's all I need. I don't need any of this other shit.
You know what I'm realizing, KP? I can't wait for you to be about 20 years older. Because you're going to say the exact same things you say now, and it's going to sound so much funnier.
I know. That's how I've been.
And I figure out which button makes you do the big hit, and then I just hit everything.
I've always done that in every game I play. I've always favored the giant fucking sword thing. And it really is the like, man, you're old type mentality. But
hey, it works.
It works.
More importantly, I mean, if you're having fun, that's all that matters, dude.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. And this game is so good for finding big bonks, and it feels so satisfying when they land. So it's a great game for big bonks.
Well, it's a great game for big bonks until you happen upon a boss that attacks.
Fair.
That was a
That's
little
fair.
bit of a. I'm sure I'm gonna regret asking you this, but how long did you spend on the boss there at the end of the demo, Cohh?
I one-shotted it.
Did you really?
I don't remember actually. I said that as a joke initially, but I
Because
don't remember.
I definitely did not one shot it.
No, I'm sorry. Two-shot it. We two-shotted it. There we go.
Okay. I spent about 40 minutes on it.
So real talk. First of all, like I personally find the samurai much more difficult. So I do not, that sounds right. Second of all, I was playing the ninja, how it literally says to play in the tutorial, which I do not normally do. And that is as a hit and run. So like I would back up, empty my spells, throw all my fire shurikens, and then like get all ready for him to approach. He comes up, I get behind him, wail on him a few times the back before he can even hit me. I'm recharging my rage shit, back out, do the rage shit again. So like it's a whole different game.
Mine was like walk in, get one shot, and think, oh fuck. Walk in, learn that first ability. Oh, I can learn
Elden
die.
Ring. You didn't
learn
Elden
the
Ring.
learn the second. Okay, I compare. Here's the third ability. I went through every fucking ability this mob does in attack string and like learned the parry sequencing, just like you would a fucking Souls game. And then by the time I killed it, it looked like I actually knew what I was doing because I was like parrying and using all the different counters and all that shit.
And what's cool is
yeah,
you had a completely different gameplay experience than I did in the exact same game. That's pretty awesome. Like the fact that you can play both, like one of the first things I thought of is I thought maybe I'm going to play through the demo again as a samurai and like not use ninja mode. Like you're picking a different class when the game starts.
I mean, it felt very
play
different.
the whole game that way. So it's, you know, it's a cool concept that they've come up with this. I was a little on the fence at it at first, but and I will say this, like real talk, Ninja's OP. Ninja is over. It is OP. Like once you get all the stuff down, it is an
Is it the
easier
weapons
class to play
or is it
than
just the
samurai.
full package?
It's the versatility. It's the how fast you can get around. Once you learn to use the offensive dodge, that dodge works super well against a lot of enemies because they will not track where you dodge. So you do one hit, you dodge behind him, that enemy's just going to keep doing an attack where you were, like straight ahead. Now you're behind him, you're wailing on them while they're going forward. You know, the backstab damage is way higher than normal. So yeah, it's you should give it a try, man.
Yeah, this I also my game looks really dark compared to yours. I used a hoe.
I turned my brightness up.
I turned a little bit, but I found this hoe, which is literal hoe, and it was the highest damage weapon. So that was what I was using primarily for a lot of my gameplay through it.
Love a good hoe.
Yeah, I just had a great hoe. And then I found the matchlock, which I was a huge fan of in Nioh 2, the rifle. Because I think there's like a summon that you can always get the matchlock from, and it was like a purple rifle, which was very strong. Were you using mostly like blue and yellow weapons, or what was your?
Yeah, I found in classic Nioh, I got lucky with one drop, which then invalidated every other drop for the next hour. I got one really good sword. And funny enough, I think sword and double sword is like the ones that you can use between the two, samurai and ninja. And but they wield them differently, I believe. But man, I'd never actually done like just sword in Nioh, like the default, right? Like you think that'd be the go-to. Damn, it feels good on ninja. He's really, really fast with it. Like it is not like a slow thing. It's just like a little Ginsu thing. So I actually kind of like, I got a really good sword early and then just used that almost the whole game. When I got started getting close to the end, I started trying different weapon types just to try them.
Yeah.
So like the axes and the dual axes are fun. The tonfas feel great in ninja mode. They're so fast. I haven't tried the split staff yet. I want to try that one. I've heard it feels really good, but yeah, I'll save all that for live at this point.
Yeah, it's making me feel like I need to check out Ninja more because I had a lot of almost exactly like I did with Nioh 2. A lot of difficulty arose throughout the fight, throughout all the fights that I played. Like I was getting killed by normie mobs just because they would attack faster than I would. And that doesn't sound like that happens as a ninja. Because your attack strings are much faster.
Not really, no. You are in control of most of your fights. Like you are the aggressor by far.
Are you
very expensive?
I mean, watch me kill this thing. Are you doing that much damage in one attack?
So instead of hitting one big time for 300, I'm getting behind them and hitting them 5 times for 100 in less time. Like,
Oh, that's okay.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
That
So,
might
I mean,
just-
if you watch some of the video, like if you go back to mine and look at like some of the boss fights, or larger mob fights, like, but the whole tactic is just get behind them and burst. And then when they're doing moves or something different, back up and pelt them with fire. Literally set them on fire. Like I have explosive shurikens now.
Oh,
So I throw them, they do damage, and then a few seconds later they blow up, and I can do 5 of those, and each blow up staggers them. So like there's times I just throw 5 shurikens and then just start slowly walking behind them. They'll just go plug, 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 and I just attack them from the back. So yeah, there's a lot of
get behind them and burst was my motto for my previous job.
but
there you go.
nice.
And also, hey, since we're doing jokes, this one's from my chat. I think Cohh, you explaining how the ninja works might have changed my stance on this game.
Boom.
Actually, Ninja Mode doesn't have stances. Were you listening?
I kind of want to show you. I guess I'll talk to you offline because my experience with that boss was brutal. I got my ass handed to me until I like learned to play. And it sounds like there was no learning to play when you were ninja. You were just like,
I feel like with ninja, and this is I think the best way I can say it. With samurai, you are learning every fight.
right.
With ninja, you are learning how to fight. And once you learn how to fight,
Oh, okay. I see what
you
you're saying.
win. It doesn't matter what you're fighting. Once
Yeah.
you learn how the ninja functions, you win. And once you start doing that appropriately, it just feels really good.
Yeah. The fact that you're the
Watch Ninja get
consuma-
nerfed now? No.
the fact that the consumables recharge when you deal damage is really insane. I had not thought about that.
I talked about this so much. It gets me to actually use them. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
normally use items like that because I'm so paranoid about what I don't want to use them on the normal mobs because what if I need them for the boss and the boss comes, I forget I freaking have them. So then what better save them for the next boss. So no, the way that this game works, you feel like you constantly have to use them because you don't want to waste the recharge, right? Because they fill up so quickly. So it's a very cool way that they do it. And on top of that, just to real quickly iterate or to talk about this, there's also some really cool parallel systems as well. The Soul Core system has been reworked, far more intuitive this time, makes a lot more sense. There's now yin and yang, where you get to like choose these limited amount of like spells that you can have as inventory items, and then also have an active ability that kind of meshes with whatever build you're doing. Very cool way they did that. And they also split out this new skill system where you get to have like general, ninja, and samurai passives. And then as you play the game, you earn more ability to have more passives. And some of them are super strong. Like for instance, the ninja normally cannot clear the yokai realms.
Oh, yeah,
So
I got that one.
The big black patches. So what I would have to do is I would be mid-fight and I would switch to samurai, do an attack, and then wait for my stamina to be able to key pulse to clear it, then switch back to ninja. Looked pretty cool. Looked like I knew what I was doing. But I later got a skill that made it so a perfect ninja dodge clears yokai realms. So it's like literally a skill gives you the ability to just stay in ninja mode when you wouldn't be able to normally, which is awesome. So it makes me wonder like how far they're going to go with the skill system. It seems like it could be a great change. Yeah, great addition.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this, I would say. I'm more excited now to go check out Ninja. I might actually boot up the demo again and just press on. You literally, Zeke, by the way, and everyone else listening, when we say switch, you just press R2 and your guy goes like, woo, and then
instantly.
It's like instant. There's no delay. A lot of players much better than Cohh and I are stringing together combos from each of the two like types. And I think that's probably the intended methodology for
the
this.
best, just like Nioh 1 and 2, the best players will be those that utilize everything.
Yeah.
The thing about Nioh games is everything is a lot. They give you a lot of tools.
Yeah.
And a lot of those tools function better in different situations. So it's not only knowing what tools to use, it's knowing which one of these extensive tools to use at this particular moment.
Yep.
And man, some players are just mind-blowing to watch with that stuff.
Yeah, I was bitching about that when the boss was handing me my ass. I was just like, there's so much fucking shit in this fucking game. So many goddamn meters to look at it. Fucking, I just fucking big button, and then I would die.
kind of a fun little thing though. One of the things they do now is whenever your meters max out, they put the key command for it on the left side of your screen every so often. So if you're ever running around and you notice, like, it'll just pop out, it'll be like, hey, did you know you can press these 2 buttons to go into super form?
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you know that your special's been up for like 3 hours? So that's a nice change. I don't think the previous ones did that. Like right now, it keeps telling you in the bottom left there, like how to get to your stuff because you haven't done that yet. Oh, this is how you key pulse, you noob. See, because you've probably been playing a few hours and forgot how to do that. So,
that was the first time I died in the demo, and I got really upset.
Oh.
I'm fuming right now on stream, wearing the same shirt that I am right now. You can't tell.
You're hiding it really well.
Yeah. Because they do. I didn't realize that I was going to have to redo everything that I just did. That's my face as I'm realizing that. Because that's the start of the level. And where I was at was the final 2 mob encounter right before the shortcut. So, yeah, I was pretty upset by that. Anyways, Nioh 3 is looking pretty good. It seems... I am wondering like how long this game's going to be, because the map, you can kind of see a lot of the regions unofficially when you're just glancing over the map, and we're given 3 in the demo, and it's probably about 7 or 8 hours, and you can see like probably 10 in total on that first map. If there's more maps, that game's gonna be really long. Especially if you're having to like clear areas and then it gets another map unlocked and all that stuff. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you warp to different area, you can warp to missions.
Yeah.
Dude, I at some point unlocked like I haven't even, oh wait, I need to do that still. I unlocked like an optional mission by looting a corpse or something.
Really?
And it
Was it a
literally
quest?
went, no, it was like one of those memories. Like you have to go to a shrine and open up the thing where you would normally do like the Omnio Novice, Omnio Advanced. It's in there, and it's a quest to learn about a person or like a little thing. And I can apparently go into the mission and do this mission. And it makes me wonder, like, how many of those is a game gonna have? I don't know how long it is or anything. I need to do it at some point. I'll probably do it in a cozy or something coming up. But yeah, that could be cool if there's a bunch of those too.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Someone says a lot of my friends are saying it's badly optimized on the PC. I think Cohh and I both could brute force it with hardware that we have. Yeah.
I'm unsure.
I was kind of a steady 100 to 120. I think Cohh's probably similar.
I had no problems with it, but yeah, we both have beast machines, so we're the worst to ask about it.
Yep. Yeah. I would go look on like Steam forums, are generally a good indicator for that conversation.
Someone in my chat is saying, do you need to play the previous Nioh games? So you don't need to play the previous Nioh games. To put it bluntly, I love Nioh, but Nioh is not a game you play for the story. Like it is all over the place. It is a thing. So here's the thing. Nioh 2 particularly is just an amazing game. Nioh 2 is awesome. Like I would recommend that game just because it's great. There are some characters in Nioh 3 that are in the previous games. And it may be kind of nice to know who those characters are, but it is not the kind of thing where I would say you would need to play the previous games.
Yeah.
Also, Nioh 3 is going to be very different in terms of the meta with the more semi-open world approach. And a lot of people may just like that better than mission-based.
I started laughing because I played for 7 hours and Cohh, you tell me. Well, now I can't. God damn it. Hold on. Cohh, read Discord real quick. I need to know if this is a spoiler. Is that a spoiler?
It's in the demo. I would say it's okay. I would say it's okay.
So at the end, literally at the end, you walk up and you see someone and like, I go, wait a minute. I thought they were no longer with us. And chat goes, you learned about 20 minutes into this that you went back in time.
Dude,
just completely fucking ignored any of the
story. Somebody asked me during my playthrough when I was talking to somebody to sum up the story, and I literally was like, I look at chat and I was like, chat, I think we went back in time. Is that what's going on? Like
So you had the same experience. Okay, that makes
I was
me
like,
feel
I
better.
think that's the guy that was killed, and those guys were dead already. Yeah. So, and then eventually they get to the point where it's like we're gonna like start traveling around in time to. I don't know what's going on. Let me just start at the beginning. So we don't really play Nioh games for the story.
No, I laughed.
We're just gonna
pretty
kind of
bad
put
at
a
that.
period on that.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
playing for the gameplay. You're playing for the gameplay. So,
Yeah.
this fully comes out. Is it Friday? This coming Friday?
Feb 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting, I think, this Friday. Yeah.
Cool.
Close.
Cool.
Friday,
Cool.
Saturday.
Should be a good one. Calm down, dog.
Mhm.
I know you're excited for Nioh, but not now. You got to save it. Zeke, you finished up another CD-Rom-a-Thon. You're done?
I
right?
did.
It's
I did.
over?
Before we move to CD-Rom-a-Thon, someone brought up like this minor news in case you're still playing Dune Awakening.
Yeah.
They did away with taxes. In case you were wondering, the taxes on your buildings and shit. So they're like, no more taxes, everybody.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
It was
that
a huge
easy.
point of contention for a lot of people who play the game, including myself.
Yeah.
But it was just like, oh, that's nice. They finally like, you know, did away with that shit. So you don't have
Chat,
to pay
we're
taxes
talking you still have to pay your
expansion-based
taxes.
stuff.
Chat. We're just talking about Dune.
In the game. Yeah.
Still, yes.
Yeah.
Still got to pay your taxes.
So you don't have to pay the Emperor no more in Dune. So that's good. Anywho, CD-Rom-a-Thon.
It's over. You're done. What do you
It's
do?
over. We did it. Yeah, we got all the way through it. We played looks like we played 20 games.
Jeez.
Yeah. We played
Almost a
20
game a day,
games.
right? Like if you
Yeah,
if you
pretty
factor
much.
in days off and all that, 20, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
No, that's just about a game a day. And well, because some of them, like I made a tier maker and I posted it on my Twitter. As far as like what my favorite games were. And there's a couple of them like Pissed and Space Ace, which is like the a Bluth game, or not, is it Bluth? Yeah, Don Bluth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a like the creators of Dragon's Lair. It was just a very piss poor example of a sci-fi Dragon's Lair game. So those ones didn't last a day. They didn't last like more than a couple of maybe an hour. And I moved on from those. But some of the games like I played through just last week, my first time ever playing through Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
That's
And
a good one.
oh man, what a great game. And I'm sorry there's no VODs, or the VODs are just terribly,
because the
terribly
copyright
muted.
music.
Oh yeah, because I played it with all the music, and it was more of like an experience. If you were there live, we all had fun playing it.
Dude, what's the best song on that soundtrack? 'Cause there's only one answer.
Oh,
Don't fuck it up.
Uh-oh.
the juicy one, whatever that is.
Nope. That's not it.
I'm trying to think what you would say.
There's only one. It's from Mr. Stewart.
Jucifer. That's what a Jucifer. Jucifer.
It's from Mr. Stewart. First name Rod.
What?
Rod Stewart. He was in that.
Which game is that, or which song is that?
Young Turks.
Oh, okay.
Best song.
Okay.
The best song.
Dude, how can you even say that when Beat It's on that? Beat It. They
Ooh.
licensed
That's
Michael
a better
Jackson's
song
Beat It.
than Beat It. I'm sorry,
Or not
MJ.
Billie Jean. I mean, not Beat It. Billie Jean.
Okay, you might have a conversation there. But Young Turks is still pretty good. Still pretty good.
No, man, the fucking OST of this game is
It's a banger. It's so
astounding. It is goddamn astounding how many bangers are on that. Like, holy shit. Like, everything from the 80s, like all the chart toppers. And I don't know how they managed to pay for all that shit. You can't and that's what was one of the great things about playing it on the CD-ROM, was that in later iterations of the game, or like remasters or re-releases, or like they can't license it anymore. So like playing it on the old hardware, you get all of them. You get every single song that they had in the original, and it was so like, I would say, God, pretty near 50% of my enjoyment of Grand Theft Auto Vice City was due to the radio and how good it was. And even the talk radio at times had like some pretty funny gems in there. The commercials and whatnot were well done and well thought out, and fit the time and stuff like that. But man, what a great game that is! It like San Andreas was my favorite. Now this, it's a debate for me. It's a debate on which one I like better, Vice City or San Andreas. And it's weird because like Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, and 5 like are, I hesitate to say far behind those two games, but kind of they're like kind of, I mean, 5 was probably like, it probably goes 5, 4, 3. It goes Vice City and San Andreas fighting for the top, and then 5, 4, 3.
Yeah.
For me.
No, I think that makes sense to me. It's been a while since I've played 4 and 3, but 5 is pretty good. It definitely had 5 was like that blockbuster game, right? It was like the popcorn movie game that was just so big that, Well,
Vice City just had it so many, like, not only did it have the music, but like, look at the fucking voice cast. Holy shit. Ray Liotta, Tom Sizemore, like fucking Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Like it had so many big names. Blondie actually had a voice and a song in it. It was great. Dude. I had such a fun time. And one of the things I like about games is when they don't overstay their welcome. This game, I completed in 3 streams. Like I didn't do all the side shit, but I was able to get the credits to roll after 3 streams. So it was a lot of fun. And it has a lot more. Like it has like twice that much just doing like if you want 100% it. So it's like it took me, I don't know, 20 something hours, and then you add 15 more just doing side shit if you want to. I did get to those missions that people, this is also this is one of those games where almost no matter what mission you're doing, I would say 8 out of 10 missions, 80% of the missions, someone in chat would go, "Oh, this mission." Like 8 out of 10 of them. Like there were so many missions that people were like, "Oh, fuck, have fun, bro." Like, oh my God. Not the least of which, probably the most of which being the remote controlled missions, the helicopter and the airplane.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, I played on keyboard mouse, and I would not recommend it. I would not recommend playing on keyboard mouse for at least those parts, if not the whole game. Because boy, did they try and make it fucking completely unuser friendly? Did they try to do that?
Yeah.
Like it didn't take me that long because like I think I did the chopper mission in 3 tries, which like apparently impressed some people. But the airplane mission, the remote controlled airplane mission, that took me so many tries of just failing and trying to like get it to work. Eventually I got lucky, but holy shit. The flying controls in this game are the worst. And I'm not even talking about the remote control shit. I'm talking about like actual getting in helicopters and planes. It's just, even when you get the hang of it, you're just like, God, this is dumb.
They hadn't invented the Z axis back then.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the base problem of it is, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this because I've never actually flown a plane or a helicopter, but like it feels too real and not arcadey enough to be fun. It feels like you gotta actually pay attention to the tilt, and if you keep tilting down, you'll eventually just spiral into the fucking ground. There's no like holding down the button to go. You have to like pulse the button to go on the chopper.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. Same with the airplane. You got to pulse the button. You got to do like the Mario cape. You got to go.
No, that's it's Flappy Bird. That's what most of our audience know.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. The Flappy
everything else in the game. Everything else in the game is great. Like the worst part about going back and playing Vice City on the old console or the old hardware is the controls. You're fighting them almost always. And especially if you play it on widescreen, gunplay, like I'm like, I have the crosshairs right on them. Nope. If you're playing on a widescreen, you have to have your crosshair down and down and to the left. So you're like aiming at the ground to the left of the guy, and you're shooting him all in the chest. So like, it's all fucked up. But man, what a fun game! What a hoot of an experience! And we were just jamming like all day. Like I woke up for those 3 days that I played it. I woke up I'm like, let's rock. We flip on the radio. Like, what do we feel like today? A little Judas Priest. Let's go. What about some Michael Jackson? How about some Blondie? How about some Mista?
What about some Rod Stewart?
How about some Rod Stewart?
Apparently, Rod Stewart is in San Andreas.
How about some Broken Wings?
So I got that wrong.
Yeah. And then for the last, I don't know, 15% of the game, I like big tits. And the reason why I say that is because if you type in all caps, I like big tits, you turn into Candy Sucks, the porn star in the game. And that's your character model. And not only is it your model in the game, it's your model in the cutscenes too. And it is fucking hilarious. Your Ray Liotta's voice coming out of that model is so good.
Oh, that's great. Okay. That's actually awesome.
Fucking hilarious.
That must have been like a personal mod you downloaded. Yeah, I don't remember that.
No, there's just a ton of cheats. Like you type in Panzer, you get a tank. You type in, better than walking. You type
something
in
about the
like cars fly.
What happened?
What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing. No. Let's. No. We don't need to relive that moment. Once was enough. Yeah.
No, just so many cheats you can do. I saved them until the end of the game, but for the last stream, I played around with some of the cheats and stuff and found some funny, cool stuff. But man, what a game! What a game! Yeah. So I finished that, and it was one of the rare games. I thought I was going to close out CD-Rom-a-Thon with that, but I ended up being able to beat it in 3 streams. So I had 1 stream left, and we didn't play a Star Trek game the whole time, and it would have been the first CD-Rom-a-Thon where I didn't play at least 1 Star Trek game because there are oodles of Star Trek CD-ROM games. So I ended up picking up Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, and it is a first-person shooter, and it was very, very fun. It was a very good game. Because most Star Trek games I found are either strategy or point and click. And it was nice to find one that was just a straight up fun, like first person shooter game and had all the, the original voice cast. And it just makes me miss that era where you would make a game based on a film or a TV show or something like that. And the voice actors would be from the show. They'd actually be able to get them in there or, get some. The only thing that's different about it is like they didn't get the license for the theme, like the Voyager theme. So like when the credits, like when
TV rights, yeah.
Fuck, I don't know, man. But when you get in there, I was like, all right, let's listen to the Voyager theme. And it's like completely different. It was good, but it was completely different. Like, oh, I guess they could license, Janeway and Seven of Nine's, voices, but they couldn't get the theme song. So they had to create all new music for the game.
I can do the TNG theme song. What's the Voyager theme song? Can you give us a rendition?
No, I can't. I could tell you if I heard it, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, TNG was pretty because like Picard does his like monologue.
Yeah.
The ship like shoots off or whatever. I don't remember the Voyager.
Yeah, that song is iconic. Voyager is more chill. Like the Voyager theme is definitely more of.
Is that the one with the French horn?
I'm not sure.
No, I think that's Deep Space Nine. Yeah,
could be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Someone said lots of French horns in the Voyager theme, so yes, I guess so.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. There you go.
Let's see. I also played. We already talked about the other games I played, didn't we?
Yeah,
I played Neverwinter Nights.
Yep.
I actually played Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate 2.
Yep.
This month, and
yeah, you got you rated Baldur's Gate pretty low on your tier list.
I gave it a B, and I gave Neverwinter Nights an A. Neverwinter Nights just suited me better. I don't know. Like Baldur's Gate was more complex than I think it needed to be, and Neverwinter Nights just hit that like the 3.0 D&D like really well.
Neverwinter Nights does have a lot more sparkles in it, Zeke, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's a lot flashier.
Yep. But
this is also the it's very good. This is the OG Baldur's Gate, not the enhanced version, chat.
No, yeah. This is vanilla. Yeah. Almost everything I played is vanilla with like fan patches sometimes. It's straight up like not enhanced edition most of the time, not like re-releases that you get used to like certain quality of life stuff. Like this is all like the bullshit that we had to deal with way back when.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no bells, no whistles, no frills, no helping the player along. This is all like figure it out or read the 200, and I'm not kidding. Most of the RPGs, 200 plus page manuals.
Those were the best bathroom reading.
Yep.
Back in the day,
Dude,
man.
I still have my Morrowind Bible, the guide for Morrowind. Dude, I after I played it, I would just read that like it was a book.
I don't want to say this made Neverwinter Nights place higher than Baldur's Gate 2, but you see what they did there? See what they did there? They put spirals on it. That's nice.
That is
that's
quality.
Spirals.
That's
Spirals so you can flip through the pages and stuff. But it is, yes. Oh, take a wild guess how many pages the Neverwinter Nights Platinum Edition book has, the manual.
I'm trying to think. That was
96.
the second one?
I'm gonna go with 96.
Neverwinter Nights, first game, Platinum Edition.
Oh. I'm gonna go with 193.
Oh.
96.
224.
Damn.
Okay.
See, I bet that's a good read. I bet you there's all sorts of fun stuff in there.
All right.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Also, completely unrelated to this, don't use AI to try to look cool in front of your friends, chat, because you'll get the wrong information from Google. But anyways, let's move forward. We don't need to we don't need to discover this anymore or go into this anymore.
I hate that. God, I hate that that's the first thing that pops up. You're just like, okay, let me Google that, and you go like, oh, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman, and then you look back at it like, oh, that's AI. Hold on, it wasn't Philip Seymour Hoffman at all. It was C. Thomas Howell or whoever the fuck.
What I gave you was the Neverwinter Nights 2 Gold Edition manual. Not Manuel. It's not Manuel.
Who's that?
That's
okay.
That's Zeke's. Anyways, it gets weird over there on his channel. Yeah.
But if you want to see my the tier list of all the things it's on my Twitter. It's right there. If you want to see the games I played and what order I put them in. Nothing in the D's though. Like it went for S, A, B, C, and nothing was bad enough to be a D. Couldn't be a C, and then an F. I had 2 Fs.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
Yeah. Good year. Good fun.
Yeah.
And Windows 11, I still to this day do not like it as much as Windows 10, but it was a champ in running old games. Holy shit, I could run so many games just on Windows 11 without having to use a virtual machine, much to the detriment of my chat and my viewers.
Got it. There you go.
Because I would see the numbers steadily go up. It's like, oh shit, after an hour I got it installed and like, no, the fall off.
That's on you for looking at numbers while streaming. That's on you.
No, I just shut up. You look at numbers.
No, I don't. Not anymore.
You're the biggest number guy I know.
That's not me.
Wait, no, Zeke, but let's just stop this trend now. Oh, is that why they've been so low recently, JP?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Or maybe it's League of Legends.
No, see, I haven't even looked at his numbers either. But now he's going to be like, wait.
Oh my God, I know what I'm talking about on Tuesday in therapy.
What's going
Oh
on?
God, Jesus.
Is that why they called me?
Oh shit, Cohh, you got him rocking back and forth. Oh, we really got him.
Dude, no, it's funny because I think we are all in the same boat. I mean, I will absolutely look at my numbers these days, but it's nothing like 5 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Like the same. It's not. It doesn't trigger the same release of chemicals anymore.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
which is
dude,
great.
It,
This is
no,
this is like every streamer needs to evolve like a Pokemon into this state. And as they get older, I feel like they will. They keep streaming.
It's funny. I had
You get there eventually.
this is a tangent, but I had a pretty I don't know how to categorize it. I had a mature conversation with another streamer who's only been doing it for 3 or 4 years. And I want to say transcended, but it's only because I look at it at a positive light of, I only look at numbers every 30 days. I do it on a month by month basis. I don't care about like after a stream how I did, because what's it going to fucking change? It doesn't change anything for me. I'm still going to play the same fucking game tomorrow regardless, because what else am I going to play? Right. And so I tried to
that's the difference.
Yeah.
Is that
you'll change?
Is that I change games so often. Like I check the numbers, say like, okay, how is this game doing? Because that's how I judge. Because I have like, my base that will always be there. And then the fluctuation between games is so huge. So swingy.
Here's the big thing though, Zeke. You just inadvertently said exactly what I was about to say, which is the numbers no longer have the emotional response. Now they're just data. Like I look at my numbers all the time. I live with my numbers, but there's zero emotional attachment. It's just data to make the stream better, to make my selections better, to see like, different trends. Like it's all it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Anyways, it was a much longer conversation than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely had to get into the categorization of like the data and to what it actually means. Because like day to day, it doesn't impact me at the end of the day. But
no, honestly, like even to this day, I like just based on like how I operate and how my channel operates and stuff like that, I probably look at my numbers like three or 4 times a day. Like when I take a break, I'll look and say, how am I doing? Okay, how's this game doing more often?
I couldn't do that, dude. If I did that, you would know the second I did it on broadcast, because I'd be like, I'll be right, guys. I'm going to go take a piss. And I come back, I shit myself. It would be terrible.
Wait.
It would be terrible.
Are you suggesting that would happen every time you click your numbers?
Absolutely. I'd be like, oh God, I threw up. It's everywhere. You just see the dog drinking a pool of vomit.
Oh God, dude. It's like hearing the brown note. You see his eyes just drift to the right side of his monitor. Oh God! Oh God! Oh no! Oh God!
100%, man.
No, it's honestly like I've been doing it that way for so long that it's more like I'll look at like a low number day and go, okay, because tomorrow's another day, and that means I have absolutely no qualms or barriers or anything like that going, this game's great, I'm having a blast, but it's not good business wise. Moving on.
Yep, I get it. Well, I know your next game, but it's probably not going to do that great on numbers, Zeke. But I think you played the demo for this, because I think we've talked about it. You've played Cairn, right?
Oh yeah. Cairn.
You mean Cairn?
Cairn.
Well, it's actually okay. I did the research, and it's
really, is that how it's pronounced?
It's pronounced Cairn. Actually,
Cairn. What do you? What?
Yeah.
No, it's Cairn.
I don't know, guys.
Cairn.
Bro, you are gassed.
No, we just said that you can't trust Google, Zeke. Okay, we just did that bit on the stream.
Okay. Is it? Wait, is it?
Anyways, yes, I did play a little bit of this. I played
this
the demo.
game is fucking awesome, Zeke. Holy shit! I don't know if I was interested when you were talking about it. I don't know why. It never was like,
because I bounced off it.
Did you really? Maybe that's why. Maybe you said it was like not. Do you remember why you bounced off of it specifically? Was it just like too slow or too mundane?
No, it's one of those games where it's the game is the controls, and I never do good with that. I never do good with games that are based around the controls.
Okay. They did change the controls this time around, I think. From maybe when you played it. When you played it, was it did it have like a smart mode? in the sense that
Not as far as I know.
okay, the way it works now, to describe it to people, and this is a terrible spot because I'm just appreciating the beauty of the sky escapes, which you do quite often in this game. But the way it works is square or I guess X on a controller. I think you can play keyboard and mouse, but I'm playing controller. Automatically chooses the most relative hand or foot.
Did not do that when I played the demo. No.
Okay, because there is an option to make it so you manually choose which hand or foot.
Did you use that option?
I use the default one where it it's like smartly choosing which appendage to grab, and it works really, really well for it. It gets a little bit wonky here. Let me fast forward a little bit so we can see some climbing. Because like sometimes it'll like pick up a leg and you'll just, you just see the leg like shoot the complete opposite direction of how a body's supposed to work. But the game's just like, no, that's correct. That's how that's gonna work. And so there's a comedic value to that. But it also just it makes sense for me when I'm like climbing to see, okay, I pressed square and it picked up this hand. So I'm gonna take that hand and put it in that crack in the rock. And then, oh, the next one was a foot. Okay, I'm gonna take that. It's the left foot. I'm gonna put that in this crack, and then let's see kind of where it keeps going. And then when their hands start to shake, that means that they're using excess amounts of energy from that because they don't have a good footing or a good hold on whatever the structure is, and they're getting ready to fall. You're getting ready to fall.
Right.
That's kind of what that means.
Right.
But yeah, ultimately, this game I'm really enjoying this game. I'm about maybe 3 hours in. It's about a 15 to 20 hour experience, apparently. This is the gameplay. You're climbing up a wall, but it's not like it's a getting over it or what was that game that I was in that came out last year? No, that came out last year that starred me. This isn't a bit. Steps. I can't remember the baby steps. Baby steps. Yeah. This isn't like Baby Steps or anything. This is like a fairly grounded climbing game. In real life, where like you're putting chalk on your hands, and when you put chalk on your hands, you get X amount of grip for X amount of time. And when you go to your bivouac to rest after every certain amount of like climbing, you tape each of your fingers with tape because they're fucking bleeding because you hurt yourself type deal. That's a little gnarly. You got to manage your health. You got to manage your water. You got to manage your temperature. And all the time this is happening, you're also getting like a fairly emotional story told to you, which is happening from you responding as the character, but also the little robot, which is not on screen right now, but there's a robot that like follows you up the mountain. And it's the thing that collects your pitons, the things that go inside of the rock. It collects them and kind of follows behind you. It also gets messages from, I'm not really sure how you're related to them, friends, family, something right now. It's a little bit loose in terms of the dialogue and whatnot. And with the idea that it's narratively going to unfold throughout the game. But yeah, there's multiple moments, even the start of the game after like the little tutorial that they give you and you kind of traverse up that and it does the title card drop. It was like a pretty emotional experience. Is the awesome, I don't even know how to describe it. Music is playing and you're just kind of walking along and the camera zooms out and you're seeing this giant fucking mountain in front of you, which you're going to climb per the game. It's pretty awesome. So I'm definitely going to keep playing it. I haven't gotten annoyed yet of the movement. There are Easter eggs everywhere. And maybe one of the things that I think Zeke probably led with when he brought this game up, when he talked about it, and it was the reason why I was playing their music at the start of the game, is from the devs that made Fury.
Yeah.
The Game Bakers.
What a cool, like, yeah, that's so cool that they did completely different genre, completely different type of like story, and apparently have just nailed it. People are loving it.
Yeah.
The Game
Just kinda great.
Bakers.
Yep, the old Game Bakers. There are Easter eggs to their games throughout this, both in small and very large nature, which is I was not expecting. That's actually how I found out that they made Fury, because I was not aware of that through one of the Easter eggs. But yeah, it's really cool, and you get. I don't know if I can find an exact moment where it happens, but
Wow, it's 94% on Steam.
oh yeah, it reviewed
Genius,
incredibly
man.
well.
Hell yeah.
They also said, I don't know if this was Thursday or Friday, but they said they've already done 200,000 copies
Ooh.
sold. So it's selling well
Nice, dude.
as well. I want to see if I can show. That's the backpack. The backpack is a pretty cool mechanic as opposed to most inventories where it's kind of just binary or like Resident Evil where it's grid based. This kind of just throws everything into it, and you can press R1 and it just kind of jumbles everything up. And sometimes that'll make enough room to throw an extra thing in there. You pick up trash. That's how you make chalk. Your little robot turns it into chalk. So that's how you chalk your hands. The game constantly tells you, like, make sure you pick up trash or don't leave trash on this mountain because a bear. That's how you attract bears. So I don't know if that means
Okay,
there's a
right
bear
on.
coming for me. Or
I think you're going to
How
get
did the
8.
bear get up here?
yeah, yeah. I've ran into a handful of animals. There's goats and whatnot, and you happen upon like waterfalls, and then you can restock your water. The really cool thing though is when you find a map and you get to that point on the mountain, you can like do this zoom out thing right here. I'm not showing it, and it'll show you the different paths
Approaches.
and approaches on the side of the mountain as if it were like a bouldering I don't know what you call them, like a bouldering gym or something, where you would go in and be like, all right, that's the green climb, that's the really easy climb, that's blue, it's a little bit harder, that's the black climb. Only do that if you think you're going to be really confident and be able to like take that, because it's very fucking hard. And just seeing that stuff on the side of a mountain and like thinking about, okay, I'm going to go there, then it just disappears and you just go and climb it. There's like something really almost like therapeutic, I would say. And that was maybe where I guess I had a little bit of a different experience, because a lot of people are like, this game's fucking stressful. Like I'm constantly stressed out that I'm going to fall. And I never had any sense of stress, even though I fell multiple times. Like I wasn't good at it, but yeah.
The smart climbing thing is definitely making me want to give it another look, because when I get frustrated, I start just pressing fucking the wrong button. I press the opposite button of what I need.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll be like, oh God, my hand. Okay, I got to put my other hand up. No, that's a button for let go.
Panic pushing.
There's the map. So there's where you can see like the different climbing things on how you can approach a certain area. And I've only found one of these for this specific area. But I also know that the game, like there's a chatter yesterday that was like, where are you? I've never been to this area. I was like, oh, I just went up the mountain. And they're like, oh, well, did you take a left or a right there? Like what side of the mountain did you go up? Apparently I went on the left side of the mountain. And if you go on the right side of the mountain, it's a completely different experience. And the stuff that you find, the Easter eggs that are over there, the stuff that you can like salvage and collect and all that. So seems really cool. I'm playing on the normal suggested experience. As with any game like this, there is the crazy experience. I don't know what they call that, but when you hover over the normal experience, very scenic, tranquil, you know, there's chipper animals frolicking about, and you're like, oh, that
The
looks
hard
pretty
one's just
peaceful.
a frowny face. It's just a mad emoji.
When you go to the hard one, which is free solo, the fucking lightning cracks, everything turns red and black. It's like, don't do this unless you know what you're doing. It's very dramatic. Hard mode is free solo. There's no pitons. There's no robot. If you fall once, you're dead. You have to start your entire save over. And of course, someone's already done it in like 2 hours. Someone's already summited the full thing in like 2 hours.
With their feet.
Yeah. You know, using a DDR pad or some shit. So, yeah, no ropes, no pitons, none of that. It's just climb this goddamn mountain as fast as you can. So, it's cool. And because it was so well reviewed, that's actually what got me, both by critics and by Steam audience. That's what got me being like, well, maybe there's something to this game. So, I've heard the story's good. I've heard the game kind of goes places that's not just a fucking side of a mountain, whatever that means. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'll probably play some after the show today. But yeah, you might check it out, Zeke, because the control scheme has changed a little bit for the better from everyone that's playing it. So that is how do you pronounce it, guys? Here's me falling to my death.
Oh, Japers, no.
I actually lived there.
You forgot to eat your lollipop before you went up the mountain.
I actually lived there, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going back.
I'm done. Fuck this.
Yeah, the deaths can be kind of brutal because you like watch your character plummet off of a side of a mountain, and they
crumble into a small pile of parts.
Yeah. It's very like Tomb Raider-esque from the original, or I guess the remake.
Does it really like break you when you fall? You're like, fuck, I gotta do this all over again, or is it pretty forgiving in the normal mode as far as like checkpoints and stuff go?
Well, you create your own checkpoints when you're climbing.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So the piton system, when you're climbing, I'm gonna skip this because it's somewhat of a spoiler. When you're climbing, I don't know if you can tell if you're watching the video. This doesn't work for podcast users, but the hands and the arms will kind of start to do this. And if you don't have like a strong hold, a little mini game, if you hold up on the D-pad, a bar comes up and you have to like time it correctly. And she reaches in her bag and grabs a piton and slams it into the ground. And then when you do that, you can basically just like completely relax and rest. And anytime after that, when you fall, the rope will give a little bit and you'll fall a little bit down, but then you just grab the rope and like climb back up to where you were. So you can create your own checkpoints in that sense.
That's pretty cool. Nice system.
Yeah, it's a really cool system. But you have to be smart about it because you only have as many pitons as you have, up to a maximum of 6. And once 2 of them break, you can salvage 2 of them into a new one. And you can also just find them throughout the I guess climbing experience. But yeah,
cool.
It's cool. It's pretty. I did not expect to enjoy the game as much as I have been, but it's been I guess when you play League for 2 months straight, anything is gonna really be interesting, and so that's what I'm playing.
Everything's relaxing after that.
Yeah, everything's fine. So that is Cairn, as you guys correctly pronounced at the start of this segment. Anything else you guys been playing? We got about 15 minutes left. We talked about AOC.
I finished Tainted Grail after 70 plus hours.
Okay,
I finished it. Wow.
I love the end. Yep, I actually finished it, and it was super good. Liked the third act. Liked the ending. We had an ending I wasn't expecting, and I was also not expecting the full tapestry, which was great. And
does the expansion, is that the recent thing, the DLC? Yep. What do you call it? Does that change the ending?
I would call it an expansion.
Okay.
If it did, I didn't do any of it. I don't think it changed the ending. No, but it did give like a whole. Oh, you still there? I froze. You good? Okay. The camera froze on my side.
Oh.
But yeah, everything else was the expansion was fun, but I don't think it affected the ending too much. And they actually have another patch coming soon with another, I don't know if it's an expansion size, but another DLC. And they are also doing another pass on Act 3, which is good. So
Okay. Cool.
solid stuff.
Nice. I had a sponsor for. Did you guys ever play World War Z? I've played like all the zombie games except for World
a long
War
time
Z.
ago.
Yeah, they did like a Walking Dead DLC.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
crossover or whatever.
Yeah, that
Cool.
might be unironically like the best zombie game out there besides Left 4 Dead. I was kind of shocked. I didn't know that going into it, but it was very fun.
Well, damn.
And then I checked out Lort. Have you seen that at all, Zeke? Lort is like Risk of Rain but fantasy, and I played that with a bunch of non-World of Warcraft players, and that's an inside joke for anyone that watched that stream. No one else will get that. But yeah, it was okay. And then the next game, and really final game that I'm going to actually save for Rami was a game called Fish Hunters that I played yesterday. And funny enough, I'll show you this.
Most lethal fishing simulator.
This is what the game looks like at the beginning of the stream. And at the end of the stream, this is what the game looked like.
Oh, damn.
So,
Whoa. Did a restart fix it?
no. And you'll see why here in about, well, I could fast forward.
Oh, what did you do? Oh, God. What did you, are you hunting fish? What is happening? What am I looking at?
We're just doing some fish hunting over here with some turrets and, you know.
What did you do? I feel like when I give my kids a toy and they break it. What did you do?
Well, you can see up at the top right, if you look really
disco ball?
closely, I'm getting about 7 FPS right now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason I'm going to save
so
this.
are you shooting a column of, like, what are you? I'm so confused as to what I'm looking at right now.
Let's
So
wind it
is that
back a little bit.
Column of fish.
Yeah. Let's wind it back even
Okay.
further. Maybe a little bit further. All right, here you. This is kind of, you go fishing, and then when you fish, you hook the fish, right? You waggle your mouse to the right and to the left, and then once those fish are up in the air, you bring out your fucking M4 and light them up. Okay.
Yeah, light them up.
All right. This is America, goddammit. And this is how we fish. And so that's what we were doing. But we had, see those little gnomes? Those little gnomes will auto fish for you. And so they fish automatically, and the turrets fish, and it's co-op up to 8 people. So we pooled all of our resources together and effectively broke the game. And got the 7 FPS. The reason, if you know anything about Rami, is that he made a game called Ridiculous Fishing, which this just seems like a giant ripoff of. I want to introduce him to the game and just see how he responds to it. But yeah, be careful about playing this game. It does have some massive FPS issues.
Apparently,
but it's pretty fun. I mean, we played it for like 2 or 3 hours and shot a bunch of stuff. It needs some work though. I think it's in early access. It's like $10 or something like that.
Rami's gonna be pissed, dude. Rami's not gonna be pissed. Rami knows how this works, and he's already been through this song and dance with his last games.
Yeah,
so,
Well, he never explored like 3D Ridiculous Fishing, right? It was always a 2D thing, like a mobile situation. So I don't know how he would feel about this. Anyways, I'm going to save it for next week. Cool. If you're interested, the game is called Fish Hunters. It's very long. Fish Hunters: Most Lethal Fishing Simulator.
Yep. And
yeah, it does have some bugs. Like,
nice.
This is your experience. Just very, very high FPS. Anything else? We got 10 minutes left. If not, we can just do some shout outs, which I'm completely fine with.
Nope. I'm
We got
I'm
Nioh.
still playing
Okay.
TFT
Yeah.
in my own time. Just got up to silver 1.
There you go.
Trying to make my way back to gold.
Yeah. We got Nioh 3 this week.
I'm back in Hades too.
Yeah, just visiting.
Want to get that true ending. Want to get that true ending. I never found the fates. I rolled credits, but I still have more to do. I played it last night, and dude, it's such a freaking lovely game. I think I may spend some more cozies in it this week before Nioh 3 comes out.
Okay. Nice. What else? Yeah, the Terraria update. Did you bounce off that?
I played a little of the Terraria update. I played a little bit, and it made me realize that I think I want to play Calamity again, which is the big, like one of the big Terraria mods. And then I found out that I didn't know about this at all. So the people that run Tmod Loader, which is what you need for Terraria mods, I saw a screenshot of them casually being like, "Oh yeah, new Terraria patch. We're expecting a 6 to 10 month deployment for our update."
What?
Oh, so that just means I guess I can't just have to wait half a year. All right, well, so I already messaged them to be like, can we like pay you more? Like, do you need like a rush fee? Like, what's going on here, guys? I haven't heard back, but yeah, so I would love to play. So what I did is there's some cool new updates in the 1.4.5. There's a whole video out for those who want to check it out. They have some very cool new little QOL stuff that is awesome. So if you are considering like a Terraria vanilla rerun, like maybe a great time to do it. So yeah, the new patch is solid. I play it. It was definitely enough for me to like play it for a few hours, and then don't know if I'm going to go back, but because now I kind of want to play Calamity.
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, cool. I'm looking at releases. I'm probably going to check out Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. That comes out on the 5th. Mugenics is actually soon. That'll be next week.
Mugenics is very soon. Oh, it's going to be great. Resident Evil 9 this month too.
Yep.
Kiwami 3.
Kiwami 3.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But the one I'm looking for most forward to, High on Life 2, comes out on the 13th.
Yeah. Did they send you one of these? I got this.
I'm gonna go pick it up after this. Like they asked if I wanted a care package.
I won't spoil the care package. Yeah. They sent me one of those. Reanimal also comes out, which is the Little Nightmares game. By the way, I'm actually going to be playing Resident Evil, the newest one. You might think, but JP, you don't play scary games. I'm not going to be playing it. I'm going to be watching my friend playing it and backseating while they play it. Little trick.
That sounds like a JP thing.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? Is that? And then wait, are you gonna stream that?
Yep.
So you're gonna stream your reaction of another live stream?
Yep. As I'm backseating him.
I freaking love that. Is that like a charity reward or something? That's awesome.
No.
How did this happen?
That's the only way I'll play a scary game.
Are you playing it?
That'll be fun. That's really cool.
Are you playing it early or on release?
On release, on the 27th.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you got like early access.
No. This is not sponsored or anything. This is me.
Okay, cool.
Experiencing the game through someone else, telling them what to do and how to do it.
Are you not allowed to say who it is?
No, Fatality. I don't know if you know who that is, but smaller streamer.
Okay.
Yeah. They were like
Fatality, like
no, not the esports.
Okay.
No.
I was like, damn, how deep
Fatality
your
with
roots
an
go, JP? Jesus.
Fatality with an FAE, not with
Faye.
Yeah, not Jonathan Windle. Even though I know Mr. Windle, he's not playing Resident Evil Requiem.
I'm gonna be honest.
Have we played friend games with Faye before?
Kind of a weeb.
I don't know if you have actually.
Like Peak or something?
Yeah. She might have played Peak with us once upon a time.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that was Naomi and Jinx.
I know Naomi was there, but maybe it was like one of the Friend Slop games.
Yeah, I think.
I thought maybe, but maybe not.
But yeah, that's the only way I can play Resident Evil. Oh, we didn't talk about that news of Capcom making Leon hot by contacting the women's.
Also, this is kind of not really related to us at all because it's YouTube and not video games. But dude, shout out to freaking Markiplier with Iron Lung, the movie he made. Have you guys heard about this?
I know that he made a movie. Dude, apparently it's good.
Bro, $18 million. It's opening weekend.
Wow.
Like, I think that's like 5x its production budget. Like apparently people are digging it, man. But it's just so cool that he just decided like, I'm going to make something different because I want to. And he did. And it's a huge success. And like, yeah, that's fantastic. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
I didn't know that it. Wow, that's a lot of. Wow, okay, that's a lot
That
of
game
theaters.
is cool, man. I'm actually considering like watching that. I played the whole game, Iron Lung, and I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm wondering how the interpretation. will
Oh,
be.
it's a video game adaptation.
Yes.
Did he make the game?
No.
Okay.
He may have been.
Oh shit! It's that fucking submarine game.
Yeah. No, I think
Oh,
I no. Actually,
played
wait.
that.
I don't think he did because I think he in an interview he was like, I played it and it was like so incredible to me that I then contacted blah blah blah. So I don't. Chad is saying
David
no.
Szymanski.
The creator of
Szymanski.
Dusk made it. The Dusk dev guy made it.
Huh.
Cool.
That was a cool
Yeah,
little.
pretty awesome.
Iron Lung was.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned. We'll have Emberville's movie news on next week's show, starring Al Pacino as a reluctant newcomer to the city of Emberville.
Get out of my town!
Ray Liotta. He's back from San Andreas or whatever game Zeke played.
Looks like you got a great town and you got your head all the way up it.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Produced by Jack Black. Exactly. Let's do some shout
Oh,
outs
my Lord.
and get out of here. Zeke.
All righty, I guess I'll go first. What is up,
Go ahead.
everybody? Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Thank you, Cohh and JP, for being my co-hosts every week. You can catch me. I stream every day except Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And this week, since CD-Rom-a-Thon is over, and during CD-Rom-a-Thon, we didn't do any indie days. We did 0. So that means this week it's going to be all indies. It's going to be indie week. We're just going to do indie days for the entire week. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All that money I made during CD-Rom-a-Thon, I'm going to spend it on games.
Do it.
And I'm going to go through all your suggestions. So if you have any indie games to suggest to me, put them on my Discord under indie game suggestions. There's probably 100 million of them in there, but I could always use more, right? I got nothing to do. So I'll go through all the suggestions and we'll have fun this week. It should be a lot of fun. So hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you for watching.
Fantastic. 2 things. 1, rest in peace, Mr. Ray Liotta. Apparently he's dead. Didn't know that. And number 2,
Oh, yeah, that was recent. That was more recent, wasn't it?
Zeke, are you going to play Winnie's Hole?
Yeah, I might have probably. I would be very surprised if that was out and wasn't suggested.
Okay, Winnie's Hole did come out on the 26th, and it's very positive on Steam, so you should play it.
95% positive, 160 reviews.
There you go.
Oh, I played the demo of this.
Well, now
Yeah.
the full game's out, so there you go.
It is a fucking trip. It's
Okay.
a trip for sure.
Play it. We'll talk about it next week again. Maybe. We'll see. Go. Shoutouts.
Yep. Yeah, we lost Ray Liotta in 2022.
Man, I said he's
bad.
back,
It was
too. I
awesome.
got to contact a necromancer. Go ahead, Co.
And a lawyer. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this week. It was always fun to hang out with Jessica and JP. Got a lot to talk about this week, so that was good. That was very good. Anyway, my name is Cohh. Hi, working on Emberville, if you haven't heard of that. And we're going to be this week playing a lot more Hades 2. Going to be playing Nioh 3 as soon as we can. We just finished Tainted Grail, so I don't even know what I'm going to play tomorrow morning, but we're going to figure something out. Maybe Hades 2. But regardless, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope to see you next week. And yeah, thanks as always.
That's it. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Apparently, I give off a weeb aura. So
Yep.
I'm going to
Vibe.
go talk to my therapist about that, get some laxatives, because they want me to look at some more viewership. It's just, I've been through it this episode. It's just been a fucking nightmare.